All right. So now it's happening. Now it's real. And time to let people know about it. How about you take your Discord? I take my Discord.
I will. I will post on my on my own Discord.
All right.
I just saw the description.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's so good.
Well, I mean, it's time. We gotta get ready. We gotta get ready. Is the stream going? The stream is
Its
going.
stream's going.
Terrible takes will surely be unsheathed. Um, but yeah, it's time. It's time to die. That's what we're here for, right? We're here to die. So I hear that we're gonna be doing this thing called a Nintendo Direct. Direct. I believe that the tradition is that we're supposed to do predictions. That we're supposed to predict what will happen. I believe that's part of the guessing game. You know?
I've never predicted. My personal philosophy with Nintendo Directs is to have my expectations be at absolute zero. I will expect nothing, good or bad. I will
And
simply
Nintendo will deliver less. I'd love one Nintendo Direct where it's just like Shigeru Miyamoto just comes up, is like, "Hi," and then he just pulls up a seat and he's like, "I just want to update you. I've been having a shit day. It's just been. We don't have games right now. Nobody in Nintendo. It's,
That's kind of how the Tears of the Kingdom updates went for a while, with Aonuma being like, "I'm sorry, but we don't have Tears of the Kingdom yet."
yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's a video game. My predictions. My predictions. I think they're not going to mention the Switch hardware, the new Switch. I don't think they're going to do that. It
I've
doesn't.
always thought that people are way too optimistic with the Switch Pro, because every single time that there's been like a new Nintendo thing, people are like, "The Switch Pro will be announced. The
Yeah.
Switch 2 will be announced," and then
The
it's
vibe
never
isn't
announced.
right. The vibe isn't right. I'm not feeling it. Like with the Switch. Maybe I'm making this up. That's a possibility. But I felt like I felt it. You know what I mean? There was like a distant rumbling on the horizon. You know what I mean? There were wars and rumors of wars. Um, I may be quoting the Book of Revelation, but we don't worry about that. But yeah, that's kind of how it was. Personally, I think we're definitely going to end up a little bit more Mario Wonder.
Yeah,
There's probably going to be a bunch of indie games that we don't give a shit about.
then there might
Uh,
be some that we do give a shit about. Who
yeah.
knows?
But yeah, I'm not feeling. I'm like I could be wrong about the Switch hardware, about the Swardware. You know what I mean? Um, that's what I'm thinking. They're not going to respond to the Unity thing, but my brain is like, it would be really funny if they announced that Pokemon Masters is no longer happening, and like you will lose all your account information, and canonically all your Pokemon died violent deaths, but it's up to you to decide how they face this canonically agonizing death.
Same with Pokemon Go, and that's also on Unity, which is a much bigger thing than Pokemon Masters. And also, Shining Pearl and Brilliant Diamond are Unity games, apparently. So,
Hmm.
there's quite a few Pokemon games that are Unity, so
Interesting.
something's gonna happen, I think, maybe.
Hey, is my stream freezing for you? Is it? Is it?
No, it's running smoothly for me.
All right, that's nice. That's nice. For some reason, it's lagging out on my end, but I hope that's just me. So, for those of you not in the know, by the way, this is going to be a combination stream where we're going to be streaming the Nintendo of America thing, and then we're going to switch over to the Alien stream. What are my predictions for the Alien stream? Shigeru Miyamoto is going to walk right of yeah, he's gonna walk right off screen to the right of the Nintendo Direct at the very end, and he's gonna appear stage left in the NASA Live, and an alien's gonna come in from the right screen, and they're going to embrace in a passionate kiss, and that's how we'll learn about. That's how we'll make contact. That's how we'll make contact. The Direct, and I am showing you the starting stoon. That's right.
You might want to hide the chat on the Nintendo Direct.
Oh yeah, we can do that now. Look at that. Yeah, I mean we can. Yeah, there's gonna be some imbecility, but we don't worry about
And
that.
pull up a screen share for me so I can see
Yeah,
in the
screen
same
sheen.
time as you.
Anybody in chat, let us know if it starts getting poopus. Let us start if its nose getting snow.
Yeah.
But I'm having a stroke. Don't worry about it.
Hello,
Listen,
hi Ryu. Welcome to the stream.
welcome everyone. Weird Pikmin DLC viral marketing.
Yeah, those
Yes,
are the aliens.
that's right. That's what that one in Mexico was about. That was that little guy. That's a Pikmin. Uh,
What's the stream quality you have going for the YouTube?
uh, let's see. Settings 480.
Yeah.
Fucking H. Fucking D. Okay, 1080p 60.
Nice.
Now, should I refresh? We got this. We got this going here.
Yeah, you might wanna refresh.
I'm gonna wait till 7:58 or so. Yeah, now we're getting some buffering. Look at that
Or
shit.
you can just click the live button because that's also how it goes live.
Okay.
Yeah.
It goes. We might want to knock this down to 1080p 60 if this keeps going on. We'll find out. I'm glad that you noticed that we were doing beautiful 480p gaming here. Beautiful 480p gaming. I'm gonna announce Quake on the Switch, pushing the hardware to its limits. Yeah, but honestly, I can't really think of much that they'll announce. I guess I could see. Oh, you gotta tell the chat. Don't forget.
I'm drinking the new Coke flavor, 3000 Future or whatever the fuck. It's co-created by AI, so
We don't know what that
uh,
means.
I don't.
My
Our
comrades on
experience with AI recipes has been disastrous. So
the poopy moopy.
yeah,
My comrades in the Discord that I frequent have suggested that drinking this will kill you. So we might
it's
be
time to find out.
we might be making this the first Nintendo snuff stream in history. We like to break new ground
Holy
here.
shit!
Oh
What
yeah.
the fuck is this flavor?
Oh yeah. Hit me. What's it taste like?
It's like cucumbery. I can't describe it. It's
Ooh.
not good.
Ooh. Okay.
It is not good. Holy shit! Oh, it has an aftertaste that's really bad.
Oh, you got them cukes, huh?
It's like a weird mix of a cucumber and a fruit. I guess a cucumber is a fruit.
A
But
frucumber, huh? I've heard
yeah.
of those. That's just the adrenochrome. It's true. It's
Man,
true.
that is, I will not be buying this again. I
Hunter
just saw it and
Thompson
I was like,
warned
that,
us.
that would be like a funny stream bit while we wait. But yeah, this is not good. God.
Okay, I've refreshed now. We're real. We're real. We're in real time. We're synced up to the mesosphere now.
And remember to unmute.
Oh. Thank you for being like someone who's actually done this before. Thank you.
I've never done like live streams before of directs or shit like that. I've just watched them so many times.
You've streamed them before. So anyways, last minute. Any predictions?
Mother 3 will not be on the Switch.
That's too easy. Okay, let's see. I'm feeling like we're probably gonna get Nintendo finally going third party. Let's see. I'm feeling like we're gonna get. Come on, think of something. Not Metroid, because it's not gonna be Metroid. It's not gonna be Metroid.
I mean, there could be a chance that Metroid Prime 4
We
finally
might get-
gets a screenshot, just a screenshot, but
We might get some Kirby content.
maybe.
We might get some Kirby content. That's my
I don't know
vibe.
if it's too soon for Kirby, but it could be like a small thing, maybe.
Yeah, that's the thing. Kirby is the small thing. He is literally a small thing. That's his deal.
He's very small. He's like the size of a marshmallow or something.
Pokemon Black and White remake, but it's good actually. This is just Pokemon Black and White. We love Black and White on this stream.
What?
I'm just refreshing again. There it goes.
Here we go. It's time.
Rating pending. Are we just going?
Yeah. You might want to lower the volume just a tad. So it doesn't... Just in preparation that doesn't go over us. There we go. That's nice. And let us know in the chat how the audio mixing is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
Splatoon! Yes!
Yeah, you did
Yes!
pop off. Okay,
I
it's
did
the...
pop off. I was not. This wasn't even on my mind. I know that side order is coming out, but it wasn't even on my mind. Oh, so cute. Oh my god, there's like machinery. There's contraptions.
Yeah, they put them in the doohickey. Oh, is my stream? Yeah.
Ooh,
We're gonna have to
well-
go down to 720. I'm sorry.
It's alright.
We're doing too much at once. Ooh,
Oh, there
guys.
was creatures.
Yeah, these
Fish.
are
Oh my god.
salmon run, but devil.
Oh, this gameplay. Oh, there's like hit markers. There's like fucking points. Pearl robot.
Yeah, that's a pearl bot, and it's like
This is crazy.
This is new gameplay.
It is.
We got an elevator. Ooh.
Yes, it's fucking DJ Hyperfish. What's your fucking name? Deadfish.
Huh. Yeah, not your enemy.
So cool.
Just another bystander who got sucked in.
Oct.
Marina and me, we go way back.
So it's not Deadfish. Unless
Okay.
this is like a fake name.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, let's see what happens. Oh, it's lagging. Oh, it's lagging. Ooh. Ooh, come on. Are we gonna have to go lower? We're gonna have to go lower. 480p gaming, everybody. We did it.
Splash damage. Oh my god.
Ooh. Okay.
Like new types of upgrades.
Yeah. Ooh, 480.
Oh, I guess it's like a horde shooter. It's like Salmon Run, but advanced.
It's
You
doing
see
something.
The actual damage.
Yeah, it's doing something for sure.
Oh my god.
Huh. Expansion
When's it
pass.
coming out? When's it coming out?
Full version of game required. Side order. This is vibes.
Hello,
A release
everyone.
date?
I'm Shinya Takahashi, and I'll be your
Just
guide
have to
for
wait.
today's Nintendo Direct.
Hmm.
You just saw a new trailer for
Oh.
Wave 2 of the Splatoon 3 Expansion Pass DLC, Side Order. This brand new story is set in the Spire of Order,
Huh.
where you'll strengthen your character's abilities as you ascend the Spire's floors. We're developing
I
this
love to see
single-player
number go up.
DLC so it can be played over
Yeah.
and over again.
Okay.
It's planned to release in spring 2024,
Have
so
to
please
wait,
look
but
forward
that's
to
okay.
it.
All right. I'm certainly not
Okay,
looking backwards
let's
at
see
it.
Our first batch
I'm very
of Nintendo Switch
excited.
headlines.
The toys
Oh
are
shit! One of
Toys
these.
are back in town.
to kill you.
It's one of those. It's one of those games that I saw as a kid that I was just like mystified by. I never played it, but I was just thinking like, this is a very strange
Donkey
concept for a
Kong.
game.
Yeah. Why is my
Mario.
stream going like this? Come on. Ooh my
Do you have
god.
any other tabs open?
The rivalry
Oh my god. Do I?
options, another challenge
No.
is away.
I only have the stream open. Guess we can kill the
Observation
stream
and
manager. We know
action
we're
are
streaming.
vital to your success.
Okay.
Mario
There we
needs
go.
to reach the key, but he can't quite cross the gap.
Let's see if that helps.
Hopefully it does.
That monkey's tail looks a little.
I mean, you're
suspicious,
watching
though,
my stream
doesn't it?
anyways, right?
Yeah.
You're
If
monitoring
Mario
it for
does
quality.
this,
So we're good.
now he can get across.
Should we dare to go
Safely
back
grab
up to
the key.
720?
Just keep it that way.
Platform too
Okay.
high. Reach it with a handstand jump or a backflip, like that. Observe and act to collect mini Marios, clear stages.
We can go at least
and
up to
face
720.
Donkey Kong head on. In this updated version of the game, you can play with a friend in local co-op.
Oh,
So-
Toad is in this now.
So,
However you choose
updated
to
version of
puzzle
which
your
game,
way
though?
through,
I don't
it's up
actually
to
recognize.
This
to
is
recover the
Mario
toys.
versus Donkey Kong, I think it's called, or essentially it's like
Mario versus
Donkey Kong, but
launches
for
on
the new
Nintendo
generation.
Switch,
There's
February
like toy
16th.
Marios and shit.
Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
I never played it, but it's like one of those games that I saw as a kid that I was mystified by.
Save the prince and the world.
I've heard of this one. Prince of Persia.
Prince of Persia?
Didn't
Yeah.
expect it.
Guide Sargon as he sets off
surprised
to
they're still
save the
making these
Prince of
games.
Persia and restore the world's
Sargon. Bold to call him
The
that.
roots of the Prince of Persia series. This
historic.
game features
It's historic,
2D
it's true.
side-scrolling action-adventure gameplay. Dash through breathtaking environments in a
Was it
mythological
one of these like a
Persian-inspired
3D
world.
fighting
But
type
don't
of
linger
game? Like
too
not a
long
fighting
if
game,
you
but
hope
like
to
a
survive.
hack and slash.
Harness sword
Yeah,
and
it was
bug
it was a hack and slash. It was called
as
The
well as
Sands of
time
Time.
powers
It was
to
Yeah.
best these hostile lands.
yeah, time
As your
powers.
journey progresses,
But I think otherwise
Sargon
they're
will grow
platformers.
stronger
Like the
and
first
learn new
one was a
abilities that
platformer, right?
expand
The
his
very first one
arsenal.
was an action
Equip
platformer. It
amulets
had a
to further
very good
boost your
rotoscope
abilities,
design.
among
The
other
closest
perks.
thing to it would be like
The number
Nidhogg.
of amulets
It
you
was
can equip is limited, though,
it was
so
like
choose
80s
wisely.
Nidhogg almost.
Use
Yeah.
everything at your
Was,
disposal to
Another
navigate
World,
this harsh world and defeat the mythical
rotoscope?
beasts that stand in your way.
It was some weird combo of rotoscoped and like almost vector. Like it's got a lot going on
Prince of
graphically.
Persia: The Lost Crown launches on the Nintendo Switch system
that's a game.
January 18th.
So this might not be the same
You can receive
as
the in-game Warrior Within
as the
outfit
other
by pre-ordering the game
as the other
on
Prince of
Nintendo
Persia
eShop.
game that's coming out to the other consoles.
These games will help you chase your passions. Rev up for true arcade racing in Horizon Chase 2. Speed through stunning environments,
to the rescue.
each with its own dynamic art style, while overtaking your rivals.
I don't know what he
on
said
the
in that
road.
speech bubble.
Play the main
Yeah, it has a
campaign to
funner
unlock
art style than
vehicles,
other car games I've
courses,
seen
and
generally.
more. You
Marrakesh.
can also upgrade your vehicle.
I don't know about
and
these cars,
style it
though.
to fit your high-octane
I don't know about these
needs.
cars.
Itching for more racing action?
That's me all the time.
Up to 4 speedsters can
For those
put
who
the
don't know,
pedal
I am
to
a
the metal
car hater,
in couch
so
co-op
It's
or
not really for me,
online.
this game.
Go full throttle in Horizon Chase 2.
Even
Launching
the
on Nintendo
demo
Switch
online didn't quite
later
look
today.
perfectly smooth, but maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just my
Warm
brain.
up for musical mayhem
Or
in
my
this
computer.
rhythm-based adventure. Time your button presses with
Oh,
the
hey,
music
it's
to
that
solve
Beatmania
puzzles
song.
and battle bosses.
Yeah.
It's over 30 thrilling tracks await, including music from
Oh, that little guy on the left was
games.
fun.
Yeah, these character designs are super cute.
Up to 4 friends can battle it
Oh,
out
they're
in
so
versus
cute.
modes, or
They're all
jam
right.
together in local or online play.
The
Super
manic
Crazy
guy
Rhythm
on the
Castle
screen is a little
launches on Nintendo
confusing.
Switch November 14th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Huh.
Rhythm games are fun. What the hell is this?
Anya Forger has a new assignment
Spy-
for school.
what?
Creating a
Spy
photo
X Family?
diary. On weekdays,
Yeah, I
you'll
think
head to
so.
class, then enjoy family
I like the
time in
dog.
evenings. On
dog
days
is
off,
nice.
you can visit all sorts of
But
exciting
I don't know if
places,
this is my vibe.
like the
I've never
beach
No.
or an art museum. In search
I
of
never
subjects
trusted
to
this
photograph.
anime. You know what?
How will you spend your time
I
with
get
friends
exactly
and
what
family?
you mean.
And what kind of photo diary will you help Anya make?
Apparently it didn't get weird. So
Operation Memories launches on Nintendo Switch.
what a
next
weird Spy Family game. Because isn't the whole thing that Anya's like a psychic, like
Mario's
super
first
killer?
RPG adventure
I don't know.
returns.
Oh, news for this one.
The Super Mario
Oh, little
RPG
guys.
game is back with updated graphics.
I love how small they are.
Let's go
Yeah.
over some new
Ooh.
and returning
Like they were like,
gameplay
let's remake this
features.
game, but keep the sprites faithful, so they
Time your
will
button
stay like
presses with
small.
action commands to increase damage
Yeah.
dealt or decrease
Oh,
damage
look at that
received.
I
star.
love the starfish. It's
When
so
you time
cute.
your attacks
Sling
perfectly,
shy.
you can now damage
Bonk,
all
bonk.
enemies
Look at his
at once.
hands. Whoa.
Ooh.
Every
Was that in the first
successful
game?
action command
Yeah.
will fill
Fuck
this
hands
gauge.
with Mike right there.
When it's full, you can unleash the 3-character triple move.
There's special moves.
Depending on your current party, the
Gino.
move will change. So experiment with different combos.
I never played this game, but I might check this one
During
out
your
because I
adventure,
do like
you'll
the
encounter
first two Paper
bosses
Marios
with
a lot.
colorful
This was the
personalities.
precursor of those.
After clearing
Yeah.
the game, you can fight some of them again.
Ooh.
These
Rematch.
powered-up bosses aren't gonna be easy.
It's a song.
Yeah. The
Set off for
shiny
adventure
stone.
with
Oh,
Mario
they're gonna have
Kart.
that guy.
Super
They're gonna have that
Mario
fucking
RPG
that fucking
launches
random
on the
Squenix
Nintendo Switch
boss.
system November 17th.
It's a Squenix
Pre-orders are
game, so
available now on
That's
Nintendo
wild.
eShop.
Hey. Look alive. We're almost there.
There.
The Nintendo DS game Trace Memory returns on the Nintendo Switch system.
For a moment,
as
I thought that said
code
another
to
god, and I
memories.
was like, whoa.
One day, a young girl named Ashley receives a letter
I
from
don't
the
think
father
I know
she
what this
thought had
is.
passed away.
Me neither.
Seeking answers,
Silent Hill 2?
she sets off for the solitary Blood Edward Island in search of him.
Yeah, this is Silent Hill
Once
2
there,
plot.
Ashley encounters puzzles and obstacles that hinder her investigation.
Silent Hill 2 still. That one might actually be in Silent Hill 2. I think that was a puzzle there. Okay,
Can you see me?
She also meets a mysterious boy.
A
What's
mysterious
true to
boy.
await Ashley
yeah,
in
that's
this
the
place?
that's the weirdest thing about him,
No
is that
matter
he's a
how
boy.
hard I try. I can't remember Dad's face.
Blood
Who are
Edward
you?
Island.
The sequel, Another Code R, Journey into Lost Memories, previously unreleased in North America, is also included.
Oh, that's why I hadn't
So
heard of it.
this is like Juliet, huh?
Play both games to
I
experience
say that, but I'm
the
not even
full
North
story.
American. But
Unravel
it's
both
Yeah.
another one of
adventures,
those, like,
fully enhanced for
games
Nintendo
that
Switch
was probably, like,
when
never
Another
released outside
Code
of Japan or
Recollection
something.
launches January
Probably.
19th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Okay.
Another Code Recollection includes 2 games, the Nintendo DS
Huh.
game Trace Memory and its Wii sequel, which was never released in North
Seapool.
America.
Thank
Both
you,
games are
subtitles.
fully enhanced on Nintendo Switch. Please
Yeah,
look forward to
subtitles,
playing them early
especially
next year.
on like a live setting, are
Next,
pretty
please
bad.
take a look at this.
At this. Okay, we
Oh,
got...
speech game. I'm interested in this one.
Look at those toads
One
already
day,
making the
a royal
noises.
Toad presented a flyer advertising a show at the Sparkle Theater. Princess Peach and some toads went to go see it, but
Look
then
at those guys.
Yeah. Oh, we got them fucking vortices.
Oh, I like that
and the
design.
Sour Bunch suddenly made their
The Wicked
grand
Grape.
entrance and took center stage.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Now it's up to
Aw,
Peach
cute.
and the theater's guardian Stella to save the play and the day.
Is that like a Luma?
This perfect performance
kind of
has
star,
become a
based on the
terrible
name.
tragedy. Luckily, Peach can use the power of Stella's ribbon to face off against the Sour Bunch.
Hour of Ponytail.
Yeah. For a moment I thought she was gonna go Super Saiyan, and I was gonna be like,
Yeah, I also
doesn't...
thought her
Ribbon
hair was
alone
gonna like
won't
change color or
always
something.
cut it though. So let's do this.
Okay. Good animations.
Whoa! Peach transformed into
Oh,
Sword
hell
Fighter
yes.
I like that costume.
She
That
has
is good.
fantastic show-stopping abilities. Fend off the Sour
I like
Bunch
it.
with
Whoa, that
sensational
move
sword
was
play.
sick.
Peach gets to use a fucking sword. It's the best.
She
Can
gets to
Peach
cut
save this
motherfuckers.
performance
It's canon
and
to the
its
comics.
performers? There are more
good.
stolen shows to save.
Cops.
Valuable
Uh-oh.
artifacts from this
Those guys.
museum have gone missing. Become
Ooh.
Detective
Sherlock Peach.
Investigate clues and track down who done it.
I want her to hang out with Data.
Desserts have been snatched from this sweets festival. Turn into
Chef
patissier
Peach? Yeah.
Peach and save it from a sugar crash. The Sour
eat that
Bunch
cake.
got their hands on this martial arts.
It's
tool.
alright.
Become Kung Fu
Oh,
Peach
okay,
and take
here-
it back from these foul
I-
fiends.
Yeah, that's a good outfit. I'm not sure what the subtitles were doing there, though.
Many other transformations are just behind the curtain. The stage is set. Our leading
I
lady
hope this
is
game
ready
is
for
good.
the
'Cause apparently the
spotlight.
last game that Peach had, which was the first game she had, wasn't
Princess
so good.
Peach
but
Hmm.
this looks
Showtime
really fun.
makes its debut on Nintendo Switch March 22nd.
At least like aesthetically
Pre-orders
speaking, I
begin
like that
today
Peach gets
on
different
Nintendo
outfits
eShop.
and gets to attack.
Yeah, she gets to do more like Mario's never gonna have a sword, but Peach has a
With a
sword.
new look at Princess Peach Showtime.
Will Peach get a gun
In
someday?
Peach's latest adventure, the
Well,
gameplay
Mario's had a
changes
gun
depending on her
in the Rabbids game.
transformations. It looks like there are
Yeah,
more
that's,
transformations
that doesn't
beyond the
count.
one
I mean,
we
like,
showed today.
I mean,
So
a
please stay
fucking
tuned.
Glock.
Let's continue with some more headlines.
I could see a cowboy Peach existing.
A new
Cowgirl, I
saga
guess.
Begins. A multi-layered RPG full of rich stories awaits in Saga Emerald Beyond.
Oh, the filter on this is strange.
There are 6 heroes
Yeah.
to choose from.
For a
young
moment, I
man
heard that as
fights
6
with sentient
euros,
puppets.
and I was like, oh, they're from that continent.
A witch disguised as a schoolgirl to mask her identity. A crime
don't like
team
that.
chasing down a
Weird.
mysterious organization.
Don't like cops.
A songstress mech who lost her voice and body.
The robot was cute.
Yeah.
And a king of darkness who was
He's
recently reawakened.
fucking dismal, mate.
Select a hero, then follow their journey through 17 interconnected worlds as they strive to achieve their goals. How the story unfolds is
It's a
in your
very sudden
hands.
change in
The
sprite.
choices you make
Yeah.
can unlock different paths, more than ever before seen in the Saga franchise.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of this one.
Fight in timeline
Can't say that
battles,
I'm
turn-based
a
combat,
Saga
and
franchise
turn order is
maniac.
crucial to victory. Use special
Not a
techniques
Saga
to
maniac,
defend
brother!
actions, or activate team combos to swing the tide of battle in your
It's
favor.
some kind of RPG. It's not really speaking to me. Like, I like turn-based
Saga
RPGs
Emerald
quite a
Beyond
bit, but that's not
launches
like
on
doing
Nintendo
anything for me.
Switch next year.
Yeah, it makes me think of like Lost Odyssey and FF10, and it just makes me want to play those games. Tomb Raider.
The first 3 Tomb
One of my
Raider
friends
games,
really likes
all
Tomb
with
Raider, like the
upgraded
classics.
visuals, are venturing onto Nintendo Switch
I
in one
like
digital
that,
collection.
because honestly, the Tomb Raider graphics are a little unplayable.
You'll travel the world and face off against deadly
And they haven't changed the
foes and
graphics like
even
too much from
deadlier
what I'm
legends.
seeing here. Like,
Yeah,
like
it's
Lara Croft just looks
backflip,
like more round,
and
but everything
swan
else
dive
is still
through
very
perilous
jaggedy.
quests
Like she's the only
spanning
one who got
different
rounder.
countries
yeah.
and
I mean,
mythologies.
there's upgrades
Along
for
the
sure,
way,
but
Yeah,
like the
but it's not like
geometry.
obvious.
Treasures
It's
of
not
the
like a
ancient
super
world
remaster
and unravel
HD
mysteries lost to the
RTX on,
ravages
you know?
of time.
Yeah, I like it.
This
Nintendo didn't hire this
remastered
man for this
trilogy
one.
comes with all of the
But it's okay.
expansions and secret levels
Like
for
you can
each
look
game.
at it without
You can also
dying
toggle
now.
between the original polygon look and the upgraded visuals at any
Oh,
time.
so you can toggle it. So if you
Tomb
want like
Raider
the
1 through 3
jaggedy
remastered,
look, you can
starring
keep it.
Lara Croft.
Yeah.
Launches on the
If you want
Nintendo
those
Switch
knife
system
boobs that can
February
cut
14th.
through
Pre-orders
firewood,
begin today on Nintendo eShop.
you got them.
This detective's got a second bolt of
Oh, it's
brilliance.
this.
Oh.
I've only ever watched the first game a little bit. I couldn't watch
Every
it in
great
full because the
detective starts
soundtrack
their day
drove me
early.
nuts. It was so repetitive.
This is Rhyme City, a place where humans and Pokemon
But I
coexist.
liked the movie
The
well
detective
enough.
duo
The
of
movie kind
Pikachu
of spoiled what I
and
think the
his
second
partner
game is
Tim.
gonna be.
Whoa! Look at him.
Investigate various cases.
What are these
while
faces?
searching for Harry, Tim's missing father.
What the fuck did they do with the humans?
Tim interviews people. Pikachu interviews Pokemon, and they find the truth
I
together.
will say I also don't like Pikachu's face in
They'll
this
also
game. It's
rely
very
on other Pokemon to
beast-done.
broaden the scope of
I
their
honestly like it.
investigations.
I think it's fine.
Follow Sense
I actually
with
think it's
Growlithe.
cuter because it's a little chubby.
Smash rocks with Darmanitan.
Or Manitan.
And peer through walls with Luxray.
Ooh.
that is canon to the Pokedex entry. I like
Yeah.
that they
Tim and
incorporate
Pikachu
that.
solve all the mysteries and find Harry.
I don't like the fact that I don't like the fact
Find
that
out when
the
Detective
humans look
Pikachu
fucked.
Launches on
It's
Nintendo
like the
Switch.
reverse of the Detective Pikachu movie.
Pre-orders are
The
ready
humans look
now.
fine there, but the Pokemon are a little scary here. The Pokemon are fine, but the humans look fucked.
This game's a real
Oh, this game.
toot. Raise your brass for the
Nasty.
I like how they're
game,
they're like
Champ.
playing bad on purpose for the trailer.
Play the notes in time with the music as best you can. But how you play that horn is up to you. You can use gyro controls to adjust
Are
the pitch
they?
up
Just
and
I'm seeing a
down.
lot of Mez. I don't know if that's on. I thought it was on
Or
purpose
the
at
IR
first.
motion camera on the right Joy-Con controller.
Shit it up
that's-
any way you'd
wow.
like.
Pretty unique. And mastering
Pretty
every
unique.
control scheme
Trombone
won't be a
Champ
walk in
Port
the
got
park.
like actual fucking motion
Hunt
controls.
your
That's
way
really
through
crazy
nearly
to
50
me.
songs spanning various genres, from classical to electronica and everything in between.
Oh, just fuck this song up.
You probably can't
Oh, the pasta zoom in! Yeah! Pizza, pasta, butter!
Later today.
Oh, it's a Shadow Drop. Okay. Well, I hope the
Battle
Switch
your way
gamers
to
like the
victory in
Trombone
these
Champ.
Nintendo Switch games.
They better like that pizza zoom in. That shit was cash.
10 teams of 3 will duke it out for survival in this online battle royale.
Fucking league?
brawler.
League, Goat Up, whatever.
Knock your opponent's health down to 0
Man.
and deliver a finishing blow.
I am not a MOBA gamer.
Or shove them off the collapsing terrain to
An
win.
offensive but ancient's going on right
Choose
here,
from
but
15 heroes, each inspired
can't say this
by
is
a
my
different
shit.
mythology. Work with your allies to be the last team standing.
yeah,
I guess the
Crush is
difference
free
is
to
that
play
the
and
arena
launches
like
first for
destroys
consoles on
itself or
Nintendo
something.
Switch next spring.
Guild
A
Wars
close
3
beta
when,
test
you
will be
guys?
available
I don't
this
care about
October.
this.
We got a
Lead your
CBT on October.
mercenaries to fame and fortune in this open world tactical RPG. Take
Okay.
up various contracts, from protecting townsfolk from thieves to vanquishing the land's most notorious figures. Before battle, equip your
Hamrick.
mercenaries with the best unit skills to claim victory and live to see another day. Up to 4
yeah.
players online
I'm
can
also
jointly
not
command a
an
troop
RTS gamer.
and journey together
Ah, but it's
across this
co-op.
vast world.
I'm okay with that. That's
War
actually
Tales
cool.
launches as a timed console exclusive on Nintendo Switch.
Games
later
are more fun
today.
with friends.
Yeah.
True.
Maybe a co-op stream when this
Gun
leaves it.
In
Oh,
this
it's Contra.
reimagining of the beloved NES
Operation
classic,
Galuga?
Contra. Blast
What are
through
these fucking...
explosive stages,
Is Hamrick there?
devastating
In
arsenal of
Galuga?
weapons to crush the Red Falcon forces.
Lance Bean! His
Spring
name is
into
Lance
action with
Bean!
Easy pickup and play controls and a variety of difficulty options.
Oh,
This
Alien.
reimagining from Konami
We're gonna
and
see that
WayForward
motherfucker on the
features
NASA live
new
stream in a little
weapons,
bit.
Yeah.
enemies, powerful super attacks, and a 4-player co-op mode. Contra, Operation Galuga storms onto the Nintendo Switch system early next year. Liberate your kingdom. Reclaim your destiny.
'Tis a grievous tale which speaks of Fefrith, one of stolen destiny, stolen minds. and
Subtitles are
stolen
losing it.
nations. Yet as the world stands consumed by
I went a little bit
immense
near
evil,
with the music.
a fallen prince shall rise again, ring of
Oh, it's got that
legend
tweet.
lighting his path.
Yeah.
That is the ring of the unicorn, ancestral
It's
treasure
another,
of
like,
Cornea's royal
2.5D
lineage.
sort of
Legend
game.
speaks of your
Looks a
ancestors
little
better
this
wielding
way.
it to
It
than
reminds me of
50s.
an N64 game that I don't know the title of that I rented in Blockbuster sometime in like '99 and that I never found out what it was. I never found out. It kind of looks like this though.
Freely traverse an expansive world.
But yeah, this does have those Princess Jane vibes, if you've seen those memes.
And lead the
I
liberation
don't think I have,
to
but I
glorious
I still have yet to
Cultivate a
beat
grand
Live
army
Alive. I
with
started
over
playing that a
60
little bit.
unique
I
characters,
finished like the
from
demo.
humans and
Ooh,
but I
elves
haven't,
furries.
like,
to massive beasts
well, it was
and
some wolf
heavenly
girl.
angels.
Not really a furry.
Today marks our first
Kinda.
That was
foray
some
into the
anime girl
mists
with
of despair which
ears
hang
and tail.
heavy over our home.
Well, they had actual
Days,
animal ears though,
months,
so
or even
something.
years. But I shall see the duties of my bloodline fulfilled.
Yeah, this is some Princess Jane-ass writing. I don't know what's up.
Present the rebirth of
Vanillaware?
tactical fantasy RPGs. Unicorn Overlord. Available March.
That's a fucking
That's a
name.
really bad title. I'm sorry.
They're
That's terrible.
They got balls. They got balls.
Is this Hello Neighbor or something?
Is this grabbed by the Ghoulies? No, it's Luigi's
No, it's
Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion. That's right. That's getting ported. Is it the first game or the sequel on the 3DS? 'Cause I know the 3DS is getting ported, but if it's yeah, it's
Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. Welcome to
I never had a
Evershade
chance to play
Valley,
these.
a place
I'd
that's
like for the first
screaming
game to
and
be
teeming
ported so I
with
could
the
play that on Switch and
supernatural.
then this, but
And then Luigi's Mansion
our
3.
faint of heart hero was sent
that
here
one
to check
probably
it out.
not. I've already seen that all the way through.
Time for some
fair enough.
mansion mayhem.
Oh, he loves it.
No spooky adventure is complete without this vacuum-like device, the
My
poltergeist.
vacuum kind of looks like that.
Use it to light up
Does it
dark
fight
areas,
ghosts?
vacuum
I
up
wish.
objects,
Or
and
maybe it does so
interact
well that
with
I've
the
never
environment.
experienced ghosts in my
It's
life.
a handy
because
tool
my
for
vacuum
your
is sucked all of them
paranormal
already.
escapades.
That's right. Tiger-proof rock.
Plus, when you spot a ghost, pop! You can stun them with the strobe bulb, then vacuum them up. You can
Fills
even
you with
grab
hearts.
multiple ghosts at once. In this game, you'll
What
find
the hell?
ghosts
What was
haunting
that
He works
guy?
out
a
at the
former
library.
plant research
He
lab,
does.
a broken down clock
I like those
factory
plants.
that's full of sand, a mine covered in ice and snow, and even more places. These troublemakers will use every trick in the book to block your path.
Dog.
Yeah. I
Can
guess that's
Luigi
the game that
summon
the
his
dog comes
courage
from.
and save
Aw,
the
cute
day?
spider.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the
Looking
King
for
Boo.
other ghost hunters? Up to 4 players online can do some
Oh, those are some
exorcising
Luigis.
Whoa,
Jeez.
that
across
is
different
that is
multiplayer
kind of
modes.
choppy.
Yeah, the animations on those Luigis are a little...
Luigi's Mansion 2 HD.
That was weird.
creeps onto Nintendo Switch
I do
next
appreciate that
summer.
Nintendo, of all the companies, seems to do that, where they'll just leave in
was
the
that?
performance issues in their games.
Next, we have 2 announcements to share.
They ain't give a fuck. They got that dog in them.
Please take a look at this video.
I wish it was completely unrelated to Nintendo. It's just a random YouTube video.
Is this an off-the-grid house?
Off-grid living, that's right. Container house. Okay, wait, I was joking. Nintendo, I was
Oh, it's a
joking.
question block.
What's that? It's a large question block.
Okay.
Actually, this question block currently appears on the roof of the previously announced Nintendo Gallery that's
yeah.
under construction in Uji City, Kyoto Prefecture.
Nintendo Museum?
The official name of this gallery will be the Nintendo Museum.
Yes,
Oh.
literally, actually.
Wow.
At the Nintendo Museum,
I guess
a wide
that
variety
was,
of
like,
Nintendo
inevitable.
products from the
Nintendo was
company's
fucking
history
old.
will be
It's
displayed.
old as shit. It's got that ultra hand.
Construction is going well.
I was looking. I was reading up on that guy again.
2024.
The ultra guy, the
We'll
Wonder
share
Swan
more
guy.
information, such as the opening date.
He really
at another time.
changed the company.
Please stay tuned.
I keep forgetting his name. It's
Next,
a shame.
we'd like to share some updates on upcoming Amiibo figures. These Zelda
Ooh.
and Ganondorf Amiibo
Alright.
figures are
Zelda
releasing
one
on
is very
November
nice.
3rd.
Yeah.
And
still
Amiibo
need to finish
figures
this
of
fucking
Noah
game.
and Mio from the Xenoblade Chronicles
Oh, yeah, I haven't
game
finished it
will
either.
be released as a set on January 19th.
Like I decided, oh, I'm gonna go upgrade the armor. I'm gonna go see the Great Fairies
And
now.
finally,
And
we have a
then
new
it was
Amiibo
like,
figure
Still
to
haven't seen a
announce.
single Great Fairy.
I
Female
would
Oh,
recommend.
what?
fighter from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Sora
Oh,
from
never
Kingdom
mind.
Hearts,
Okay.
is on the way.
I
With
forgot
the
that we were
release of
still doing
Sora,
amiibos.
Everyone is here
Hmm.
from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate in Amiibo form. Please
Wow.
look forward to its release
So
next
many
year.
fucking characters.
Yeah. Just let Sakurai rest. Keep making amiibos.
Yeah.
Keep telling him that you haven't made amiibos. See if maybe he
Next,
forgets a
please
few.
take a look at this.
You can't make a new Smash yet. We got more amiibos to make.
Yeah,
Let him rest.
for real. Oh, F-Zero news! You get a port! Unless
Whoa.
it's like a fake out to a remake.
Yeah, I think people are gonna lose it.
F-Zero game returns as a 99
There we go.
Battle
People are popping
Royale.
off right now.
Oh yeah, this is gonna make
Unless
you,
if they didn't want the Battle Royale.
people are gonna go
Race
nuts
on
over this
classic
one.
F-Zero
People are
courses
gonna
with
go
machines
nuts.
from the
They're either
original
gonna go
Super
nuts
NES
like
game.
sincerely, or they're
Tear
gonna go
through
nuts because
courses
this
in
is what we
high-speed
got. We
races,
got a Battle
but be
Royale
careful.
port.
Your
No, I think
power
people are gonna be
meter
into
will
this
decrease
one.
if you crash into
Yeah, I
pilots
think
or
any crumb of
guardrails.
news
If
for
it hits
F-Zero fans
zero,
are gonna make them
you're
really
out.
happy.
Yeah. F-Zero fans are built different.
Yeah,
They're like
they've been
those
starving for decades.
they're those salamanders, those olms
Feeling
that just
risky?
like
Spend some of your power
they
meter
don't
for
need
a
to move for
temporary
months.
speed boost.
Yeah.
Like an F-Zero fan will look at this and they won't need to. They're like a snake, right? They've just eaten the rat and they're gonna be good for another
To
couple
boost
like
up to a
months.
special path called the Skyway. It's your best chance at bypassing
Also, the
your
logo
rivals
splashed like
and
for
jumping into
a
a higher
second, but
position.
it had bisexual colors in it.
Yeah.
Complete goals while you're racing to unlock
Captain
cosmetic
Falcon.
options for your machine.
Yeah. This is a good 99. Look at that. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean the visuals are gonna be.
Yeah. This like
99
looks really
players,
nice.
one winner. It's time to race your way to first place. Because F-Zero 99 will be available exclusively for active Nintendo Switch Online members
That sounds about
later
right.
today.
Oh shit! A shadow. Yeah, people
Yeah.
are gonna go crazy.
People are gonna go nuts. Even people who were like, I hate this, are gonna be like, fuck, god damn it, and just start installing it.
Battle Royale game.
Do F-Zero
This
haters
title also
exist?
supports the Super NES
Uh,
controller
I don't know.
available exclusively for Nintendo
wow,
Switch
okay.
Online members.
I mean, that looks nice, but I can't
Hope you
imagine
will give it
spending
a
money
try
on that.
And aim for first place. Okay, let's continue.
I
with some
cannot
more
justify this financially.
One little hero, one humongous problem.
Many furries.
Welcome to Vandal City,
Oh, I
a
like the art
whimsical
style.
land inhabited
Yeah,
by
I like the
small,
walk
fuzzy
cycle.
beings called Yordles.
Yeah, it's very
After a
cute.
Oh
party
my
gets a
god,
little
this is
too
League
wild,
of Legends story.
Oh
Land
no!
together collapse.
Never mind.
It's gonna
I
be
take
like-
it all back.
Chaos.
Yeah, I was gonna be like,
It's
that
up to
purple
you
creature
and
looks
your knitting
familiar.
magic to stitch Vandal City back together.
Your Honor,
Journey
League of
across the
Legends.
land to
Yeah.
gather
Yes.
materials
T-
and
yup.
craft items and meals for the locals.
Sorry.
As you continue gathering and
Yordles are
crafting,
weird.
You can weave together new upgrades by unlocking more branches of the skill tree.
Yordles are the Lalafels of
Enchant your
League, so there you
experience
go.
even
Oh, God.
further by embarking on quests and hosting festivals for the community. Can you save Vandal City? And what mysteries
No. These
are
will
like
you discover
hamsters or
during your
whatever.
magical adventure?
Yeah, they got
Vandal's
sort
Tale,
sort
a
of.
League of Legends story.
Some of the
launches on
girl
Nintendo
yodels don't
Switch
look like that.
next year.
For a moment, I thought those were
Did you hear
fart noises.
Join best friends,
What the
Nunu
fuck?
and Willem, on a journey across the frozen wilds of the Freljord. Jump,
Is that like a fjord?
climb,
Probably.
and sled your
Fantasy
way through a
Norway.
beautiful yet treacherous land, where every step taken and each puzzle solved will bring you closer to the truth about these friends and their past. Song of Nunu, a League of Legends
Oh,
story.
no, it's also
launches
a League
on
of
the
Legends
Nintendo
thing.
Switch
What the
system
fuck?
November 1st. Pre-orders
It's got that
begin
League's art
today
style.
on Nintendo eShop.
By which that's not derogatory. It's got that League's art style derogatory.
Information.
Oh yeah, that new WarioWare.
These chops doesn't feel like a prize.
That might be the new voice actor.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I thought it was maybe Charles would still do Wario.
This tropical
Oh
resort
yeah, that was gonna be one of my
tons
predictions.
microgames
I was gonna
to keep your
predict a
body
send-off for Charles Martinet in this.
moving. Each
That
microgame,
could still
you get
happen.
into a specific
Yeah, maybe.
pose called a form. Copy the
what?
form shown, then perform the correct action as quick as you can.
Hand model.
The microgames will come one after another, so look alive.
Alpaca.
Good alpaca face.
Plus, up to 4 players can battle it out
Medusa
in party
March.
mode. Reach the goal without getting caught by Medusa. Or settle the score in an arena to be the last
I think the
one.
5-volt
happy for-
game is gonna be a little bit more. Or was it
With over
5-volt or
200
9-volt?
lightning-fast
Who's...
microgames and
I
multiplayer
forget
modes
which
are
or
plenty.
which, but I get what you mean.
Everyone's
Yeah.
in for
I'm
a
just happy
wacky
for more
time.
Orbulon because he's my
WarioWare
favorite.
Move It launches
You do
on
like
Nintendo
Orbulon.
Switch system November 3rd. Pre-orders
I might
are
get this
available now on Nintendo eShop.
I
I've
don't
only
hate
played
it.
a couple WarioWares like emulated years ago.
A heroic tale will soon unfold.
That was back when Orbulon was long.
Lead an army of over 100 heroes into battle and put an end to an empire's invasion. Meet Noah, a humble villager. Sane, an officer from the Empire. And Marissa, a forest guardian. These 3 band together to
Yeah.
fight for a common goal.
It's like a little
On
octopathy,
their
but not
journey,
too much.
They'll meet a
Yeah.
variety of heroes who
People
can
are like,
join
Sharkmen!
our
oh, the sharks are so cute. That's
This
a
is
good
your
shark.
home base, known as the headquarters. As
Oh,
Yeah,
I
that-
love to go to my town of
Additional
headquarters.
facilities will become available. You'll be able to tend
Time to go to
crops,
HQ.
open shops,
But yeah, like the
and more.
2.5D stuff
Each
is really
hero you
popular, and
encounter has
it makes
their
sense because
own
it looks nice.
backstory and
Because
motivation.
that's part of like a lot of people were saying like, oh,
They
we need
may
a
not always
remake
get
of
along at
Explorers of
first,
Sky
but
for the
these
Switch, and I
conflicts
don't
may
really
strengthen
want
the
that
bond
unless if
between
they
your
go with
heroes.
this type of style, because the sprite art in that game is
Trust,
so beautiful. I don't want
betrayal,
it to be ruined by becoming 3D.
Justice
Yeah.
and truth.
Were those anime
Or just
girls?
port it.
Tale will begin
There were some magical girls in this,
when
weren't there?
Eiyuden Chronicle
Yeah,
100
maybe.
Heroes launches on Nintendo Switch, April 23rd. Participate in some pixel-perfect play.
What does that mean?
Next stop, Octopia.
I like the art.
Oh, it's this
Travel to
game! I've seen
charming
this game a
parallel
little bit.
world in this
This
paid
game is a
DLC
really nice
for
style.
Eastward.
I
Help
like
Sam
the
and John
buildings.
turn the pages of a new chapter
And this
as
game has
they
like
adjust
cute
to country
cooking mini
life
games.
in a
and
mountainside village.
It's really cute looking.
Tend to livestock.
Oh, look
Whip
at those
up
cows.
Culinary delights for
Yeah,
your neighbors.
blind pigs.
And restore buildings to help the village thrive. And if you're new to
It's not
Eastward,
terrible.
don't worry. You can access the DLC even if you haven't played the main story. Eastward, Octopia, ventures onto Nintendo Switch this holiday.
Oh, that's like a DLC for the game. I see now.
That's
Eastward
wild.
is like the
Back
base
into the
game.
groove. In
Oh,
this
it's like
sequel to
fucking-
War Groove,
what's the
charge
game?
across 3
Advance
tactical
Wars?
campaigns with
Yeah.
valiant factions, including a new Mousefolk faction, the Fari.
Weird.
We're getting
Faries,
really
huh?
good pixel
You
art.
can now
Far
supercharge your
Faries, huh?
to unleash devastating attacks. Lead a
I
roguelike
saw some cool
offensive in
skeletons.
conquest
Yeah.
mode.
Could be fun.
Battle friends locally
Rumb.
Or online.
That's your favorite.
or create and share your own cutscenes and campaigns.
Oh wow, we're doing sprite comics now.
War
Oh, hell
Groove
yeah.
2
Got a
marches
machinimate,
onto Nintendo
baby.
Switch as a console exclusive, October 5th. Get out of my way! Pre-orders begin today.
Scared
on Nintendo
chatter.
Scared
eShop.
chatter. I appreciate that. Oh, Emu Wars.
Dave the Diver.
Oh, it's this
Dive
game.
and catch fish by day.
I've heard really good things about this
Then
game.
serve them as sushi
I've
by
seen like a
night.
highlight
In the
video of
aquatic
it. It looked
adventure,
really,
Dave the Diver.
really interesting. Like it had a lot of different things in it.
Use the fish you've caught to
Yeah.
concoct recipes
I like the sushi
and create
aspect
the day's
because
menu.
I'm predictable.
Then tend to
Yeah.
the clamoring customers
I was
at the
destined
sushi
to love
restaurant.
raw fish.
I'm salivating.
Explore
I'm salivating.
ever-changing underwater
Whoa.
world to find the
Ooh.
best ingredients
Pistol
and
shrimp.
strive to exceed culinary expectations. Dave
I hope
the
we don't,
Diver
like,
launches
kill
first
that
consoles on
mermaid
the
for
Nintendo Switch
its
system
body.
October 26th.
That would be a little
Pre-orders and
weird.
free demo swim onto Nintendo eShop later today.
Narwhal.
Oh, he wants to kill you. That's so sad.
Yeah.
The final wave is racing in.
I still don't have the
Here's a
DLC for
sneak
this.
peek at
Like
Wave
I've
6,
played Mario
the
Kart
final
a
wave
few
of the
times.
Mario
It's
Kart
fun,
8
but I'm
Deluxe Booster
really
Course
bad
Pass
at it. I'm
DLC
so bad
from
at
the
Mario
Mario
Kart.
Kart Wii game.
Who is good at
Daisy
it?
Circuit.
Like we all
people
go to
are.
Characters are
we
also
all
being
go to
added in
servers
Wave
about it,
6.
but like
From the
who
Mario
really
Kart
is
Double
good
Dash
at it?
game.
Like,
Diddy
are we sure they're not like
From
like
Mario Kart
like
Wii.
AIs?
Funky Kong.
Funky Kong.
Yes, that's all I care about. Welcome
Fair
back.
enough.
And from the Mario Kart
Ooh,
Tour
Paul,
game.
are you sure about that? Are you sure
He's
that's
my favorite. He's
Are
my
you-
favorite. Never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna be like,
And
yeah, are you
also
sure that's
Peachette.
Oh my God, no.
what the hell is Peachette again?
You don't remember?
Is it what
Wave
happens?
6 of the Mario Kart
It's what
8
happens
Deluxe
to
Booster
Toadette
Course
when
Pass
when
DLC for the
She wears the
eats
crime?
that mushroom.
Yeah, that one's a little weird.
Nintendo
I don't know how I
Switch
feel about
this
that.
holiday.
I'm
Nintendo
amazed
Switch
that you
Online
forgot
Plus
about Peachette
expansion pack
because of the
members
fucking
can enjoy this
stranglehold that
DLC
Bowser
at no
had on the
additional
internet.
Well, yes,
for a
that's
while.
exactly why I
DLC
forgot.
can
I was
also
like,
be purchased on
I don't remember. Isn't there supposed to be a Bowser at the start of that?
Something new is among us.
Oh, this is odd. This is odd now because of the
Was
Unity
Among
thing.
Us not on the Switch already?
Yeah, that'd be weird, right? No, like, I could have sworn Amogus was on the Switch. What do you mean it's not on the Switch?
Dogship?
Dogship, yeah.
Hey, how's this gonna work with the
Yeah,
games?
that's what I was saying, like... Fungus. What is... Fungus?
Fungus Among Us.
Yeah, I guess so. This time, there's no imposter. There's just... Damn.
Death.
Sorry, Red.
Yeah.
Well, he's gotta be he's gotta be impostified somehow, right? So... You gotta admit, they are kind of the pinnacle of design, these little guys.
They are very cute.
Yeah. Oh, now you can get yourself killed in other ways. Among Us the Fungal. What a...
This new map for Among Us is free and launches this October.
Yeah, so I'd love for an elaboration
What
on the
did you
Unity
think?
stuff now.
Yeah.
Thanks for sticking with us this far. Next up, we'd like to recap some of the previously announced Nintendo titles you can look forward to playing from September onwards. Let's take a look.
Nintendo Mario Wonder. I was called the Nintendo Wonder.
That would be a fun title. Available later today. Whoa. What a beautiful day.
October 20th. October is a good month.
I am terrified by the elephant forms. I've mentioned it in private, but I'd like the record to show that I don't abide with that. I'm not at peace with that.
The coral does not abide.
That's right, the coral does not respect this fucking shit. The die will not be cast in favor of these motherfuckers. We cannot let the elephants get out of
We hope
Rubicon.
you're looking forward to these upcoming.
We're gonna help Domain to paste them.
This next video will be our last announcement. Please take a look.
Alright, the last one is usually a big one to some, to others not. Let's see.
Okay, so it's a Mario thing.
On the oh my fucking god, you're kidding me. Right after RPG? You're fucking joking.
Okay. Okay.
How do you do this like twice in 1 year?
The Discord I'm on is popping the fuck off.
People are gonna lose their fucking minds. Oh, it's fucking 1000-Year Door remake. It's not even the first game. It's the fucking best one in the series.
Oh, we're getting Vivian back?
Yes, we are. Oh my fucking god, yes.
We're getting Vivian back. Okay, now I care
Please
about
play
this.
this game. The first two Paper Marios are so good.
Okay. Oh, look. I think I saw her. I think I saw her there for a minute.
Yeah, I think that's the stage where she is. God, this looks so pretty too. They did a good job with the remake.
Oh yeah.
I hated the sections. Oh, this level fucking sucks. That's the worst level in the game.
Well, I gotta remind you, it's
Like-
still there.
Like, this game is fucking awesome, but it's not a perfect
Oh, it's a
game.
tiny Yoshi.
Yeah, it's Baby Yoshi. It was called Rowdy Boy in my game.
Huh.
The gameplay is
Super guard.
Super guard.
Ooh. Wow, 15 million Yoshis.
Such a good fucking game. I'm so happy. Like, I don't need to play it again because I've already played this very recently. I streamed this in 2019, but I'm
Oh
so
yeah,
happy.
4 years ago, very recent.
Listen, I don't replay games very often. I have like a set amount of games that I replay because it's like a special interest, but that's a
Yeah.
medium level.
If there was a Paper Mario roguelike, I would not see you for 3 weeks. Like, you would
You are
disappear.
so fucking correct. You are so right.
Like, I could imagine a Super Mario roguelike. That's gotta be something they make.
That's so good.
Ooh, lots
And
of
they
peaches.
kept like they kept the unique Toad designs too.
What has happened to me?
It's this guy.
Hmm.
Fucking next year, you're kidding me.
He builds.
Paper
I don't know why it says that, but okay.
Originally released on Nintendo GameCube, will
On
Start
a
way of saying that
Nintendo
they're cooking.
GameCube.
Whether you played the original or have yet to play it, we hope you look forward to
Yeah, just-
experiencing this
if you haven't
adventure
played
in a
this
paper
yet,
world
please
starring
play it.
Mario
It's
and
so
friends.
I'll play it, but I probably won't be able to stream it
That's
unless
all
I can
for
get a
today.
capture
That was
card by then.
That was a general you,
Thank you
but
for
yeah.
watching.
I mean, if anyone
Alright.
watches the VOD, they will know how I feel, which is about how everyone else feels because it's a fucking good game.
Yeah.
God, that was crazy.
I'm still seeing all caps in the Discord. Like, I've just got like half of it open because my screens aren't big enough to have all of them. But I'm
It's
just seeing
fucking
all
crazy.
caps. Yeah.
This is why it's good to have no expectations because then you will be like, what the fuck? They actually did it.
Yeah. Thank you for watching.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
thank you
I
for
have
showing.
to go to the bathroom, but we
Me
can then...
too.
you can-
Me too.
yeah.
But I'm gonna wait
Alright.
until you're back so that you can entertain the
Okay.
people once I'm gone.
Okay, BRB.
Yeah. L direct someone in some.
There's a little bit of your scales on the side.
Yeah, there's a little bit of scales. Okay, now it's my turn to go to the restroom. Now you say things at
Alright.
the camera with no one to bounce off of. DRB.
Alright. So, out of all of those, I'd say I'm most excited for Side Order, which is unsurprising considering that my Splatoon kick has been huge ever since Splatoon 3 came out. I've just been playing that like every day. So, I'm happy that we got... I wasn't expecting any news for it, despite the fact that it's like... It would have made sense. Like... I wasn't expecting it to be like a horde mode with like damage numbers and shit like that. Like that's really surprising, but it's a welcome change because like I never played Octo Expansion because I hate 3D platforming a lot. Like when I played the single player modes in Splatoon in all 3 games, I was always suffering a little bit because it's just like it doesn't work with me. Like 2D platforming I can manage sometimes, but 3D platforming is just like it makes me want to like explode. So I didn't like those too much, but Side Order looks really fun. I like that Deadfish is in. I think it's Deadfish. It might be someone else. It just looks about the same. I'm excited for it. I like the Pearl Robot. I like
So I've returned.
all of it. Welcome back. I've just been going off about the Side Order TLC. That's all I've been talking about while you've been gone.
That's
'Cause I'm so
valid.
excited.
Oh, are we already here? So for those not in the know, we were gonna do an alien thing. Let's check it out,
Yeah.
I guess.
Collaborate securely, and do you see more coming? And then separately, for Mr. Spergel, I noticed in the final report a lot of the
Mr. Spergel?
images and media
Yeah, I don't
that
know.
were added were from DoD, snapshots that we'd previously seen from DoD data. Not much from FAA, if anything, not from other agencies. Can you speak to why that is, and what all you used beyond DoD to inform your report?
Dr. Fox, Dr. Spergel, I'll pass it to you guys.
Sure. So, yes, our immediate actions, I think there was such a lot in those questions. So the immediate actions, we've established our director of UAP research. They're
Oh, yeah, this is
working
the WAP one.
across the whole of government.
And I will call them
working
WAPs.
very
You can't
closely
stop
with
them.
Arrow. They are the sort of central point for all of the
welcome to
collaboration.
the second half
I'm
of
not
the
sure
stream
what else
where
you
we
asked,
watch a
I'm sorry.
NASA
What
conference.
mechanisms are you
Yeah.
using to share data and
About
information
WAPs.
with the Defense Department?
Yeah.
All mechanisms available to us. As Dan eloquently
Hmm.
said, all
Why
of
is
our
the
data
podium a
are
film
open
strip?
and public, so actually
I
we
think that the
share
holes are
data
supposed to be
with
like
everybody.
holes in like an airframe,
Access our-
I
but
guess so.
I
It's
mean,
just
do you have, like,
I've
a
never seen a
specific
podium like that.
repository or
It's kind of
mechanism or
cool.
channel
Yeah.
specifically with DoD where you're sharing information?
I-
Can you just expand a little on how Arrow and DoD are working?
The
so-
subtitles
Arrow and NASA
are
working so
like
deeply to share
freaking
things?
out
Sure, do you
even
wanna
more.
take that?
Yeah, sure.
yeah. I guess we're 46 minutes into it.
All of NASA's data is open and accessible to the public. If DoD
Okay, cool.
on a specific instance need to tap
Could you turn up the
our
volume on this one a
expertise,
little bit?
then
I
there
think
are
it's, like,
obviously
lower.
security
Yeah, I lowered it just in case we wanted to talk about
They've done
Nintendo
that by
because
appointing our liaison officer, and yes, we know
we
how to
just
talk to
crashed
DoD
this
in a
stream.
classified
I could have
situation.
sworn
Most
that
of
it was
what
going to
we
be
do
happening a
is
couple hours
unclassified, and
after,
for good
but no.
reason.
Nintendo is trying to cover up
is the
disclosure.
lead agency in the government. So FAA reported events go to Arrow. So they're the central collection agency. And
The subtitles are shit in here,
as
too.
you go to the Arrow
Yeah.
site, they have a pretty complete list of things they've analyzed and are trying to make.
Should we go back to the start of
Um,
this?
Though with Arrow, and this is just something I think is worth repeating. In the
'Cause I don't know what the
context
fuck
of
is
Maybe,
going
so
on.
we can find out what
images
the hell
that
they're
come
talking
from
about.
military
Yeah,
satellites
let's
and
just go.
intelligence community.
Oh
It's
no.
important
Oh
to
no.
remember that things are images taken by military instruments are classified, not because of what's in the image, but because of the nature of the measuring instrument.
Okay. Look
And
at
I
him
think
go.
This is one of the
Oh yeah, here.
unique things that NASA brings here. Is NASA
Starting soon. Yeah, you better. Okay. Boop. Oh, it's freaking out. Oh, it doesn't like it when I do this. The stream wasn't meant to be played this way. Come on, NASA Television. Don't fail me now.
From an independent
No, it
Oh.
started at the same time as the Nintendo stream.
Yeah.
10
They
a.m.
were-
EST.
They were it's all necessary to have Miyamoto kiss the alien. I just wish this fucking thing would go a little bit better. Okay, let's see. We gotta sit here patiently for a little bit.
All right, let's talk about the direct while we wait.
Yeah. I saw a comment that I responded to, which was that someone called this an L Direct, and I'm like, I don't think this was an L Direct. I think this was pretty solid.
I think I saw that in chat a lot too. People were going like L Direct, and it's like the F-Zero fans got something, and Paper Mario Thousand Year Door got a remake. I think people are gonna be really happy with that.
Yeah, they wanted the Switch 2, and the vibe wasn't right. It wasn't
They
time.
always want the Switch Pro. It's not gonna happen. Like if it happens, I will like fucking.
It is going to happen
Drink
soon,
water.
but it's like you'll know when it comes.
Dan Evans, the assistant
If the Switch Pro happens, I will buy this fucking terrible AI drink again. And I'm gonna take another swig.
Who is the president of the Simons Foundation and was also the chair of
My
this
guess is
independent
the
study
earliest
team.
is
I will
the
ask everybody
earliest
in the
is
room
in the
to please
winter.
silence your cell phones.
I think
We will
even
get
that is too
started
early.
with everybody.
I'm
giving a
hearing
few
stuff about the hardware
opening
now.
remarks, and then
They're
we'll
always
take
saying that.
questions.
They're
We'll take
always
questions
saying
in the
Yeah,
room
but we've seen Tokyo
and
Game
then
Show's
from the
demos from what I've
phones.
heard.
And
They're
now
like
I will hand it over
popping off the
to the
Unreal
minister.
Engine demo on the
Thanks
on the
so
new
much, and
hardware.
Thanks for coming today.
Hello, cowboy.
NASA searches for the unknown in air and space.
He sounds like if
It's in our
Biden was
DNA.
more southern.
From digging
Yeah,
on Mars,
he looks
with
like
the
that, too.
Perseverance
He does
rover
look like, yeah.
And those little titanium tubes that we intend to go back and pick up, digging in a dry lake bed near the mouth of a river. Now we're going up
course.
to the top of the cliff
Yeah, I know what the fuck you're talking about, bro.
The scientists feel that there could be the best examples of if there were life there millions of years ago. Whether we're dealing with Perseverance or the James Webb Space Telescope, which searches for exoplanets with signs of habitability, we are looking for signs of life, past and present.
And future.
And it's in our DNA
We're gonna make
to
life
explore.
on space.
And to ask why things are the way they are. In June of last year, NASA commissioned an independent study team to examine unidentified anomalous phenomena. We did so with a few goals in mind. First, to examine how NASA can use our expertise and instruments to study UAP from a scientific perspective.
As opposed to the bullshit that's been going on.
Shift the conversation
from the bullshit.
We're going to study aliens from a philosophical perspective.
Yeah.
And
that's what I figured.
Sure that whatever we find,
like, jokes aside, I figured that NASA would be like, okay, it's time to stop the silly bullshit.
Information is shared transparently around the world.
That's kind of why I was actually unironically joining
UAP.
This stream, because it's like,
on my travels,
I wasn't gonna do this for the congressional hearing or anything like that.
Is about these sightings.
We want
and much of that fascination is due to the unknown nature of it.
UFOs
Think
crash
about
landing
it. Most UAP
on Earth.
sightings result in very limited data. That
Very.
makes it even more difficult to draw scientific conclusions about the nature of UAP. And so this independent study team brought together some of the world's leading scientists, data, and artificial intelligence experts.
Gotta get that buzzword in, baby.
Gotta do it. That's why I got my drink. Time to make another swig.
That's right.
All with a specific charge from me, which is to tell how to apply the full focus of science and data.
Yeah, it's gonna feed the aliens cucumbers.
And this is the first time that NASA has taken concrete action to seriously look into UAP. And this independent study team was just that, independent. Now, NASA has a statutory
Honestly, I should have simultaneously played the direct and this at the same time. That would have been a baller stream. That was my original plan, but I actually thought that this was going to happen like an hour later.
You would have been doing the shit that I did as a kid, where I went on those channels that had all the TV shows playing at the same time without audio and just watching them.
We knew before, and it was a NASA
Hell yeah.
scientist, Dr.
Media
John
maxing.
Adler, who got the Nobel.
Do you have the subtitles up?
That
Like, I wonder if they
determined
work
that the
better for
universe was
stuff that's in the past. Oh, it's
13.8
up.
billion years
It's a shame.
old. And over the years, particularly accelerated in the last century, we have an understanding that, of course, ours is not the only galaxy. And there are billions and billions of galaxies.
I did not expect to come to a NASA thing and be told that there's more than one galaxy. I'm going to be honest.
Have billions and billions of stars.
Bro, dropping
And with the
straight
James
new
Webb
revelations
looking
here.
at the exoplanets,
He's dropping
we
the
are
Carl Sagan quotes.
now beginning to discover, and somewhere out there, we will discover another medium-sized stony planet around a medium-sized sun or star.
I thought he was going to say Stony Sun, and I was going to be
just
like,
the right distance, not too
A really hot rock.
far, not too close.
Why not?
With a tilt in its axis.
Gold comes
that
from inside there,
rotates,
so.
that has carbon that will have a habitable atmosphere.
You need to
If
tell.
you ask me, do I believe there's life in a universe that is so vast that it's hard for me to comprehend how big it is?
Just say impossible, bro.
My
Like,
personal answer is yes.
I agree with this
But
guy.
I
Like, I
asked
don't
some
think
of our
aliens
scientists.
have come to Earth at
As
any
a
point.
matter
I
of
don't believe
fact,
that, but I believe that
the
because
Washington Post
it's so
editorial
fucking
board
huge
asked
that there
us
is a
to
chance
come
that there's
down.
life. But
To
I
the
also think
question.
that the life is probably like
What is the
bacterial.
mathematical
Like,
probability
I don't think it's
that there is life
advanced
out there
necessarily.
in the universe?
Like any kind of life that could be found is like
And if
super
you
exciting, no matter how small.
in billions of stars, in billions
Or are we doing the Drake equation, bro?
galaxies, that there's replicated what I just said, another stony planet.
Thank you for not repeating it.
The answer was, what's the likelihood? At least 1 trillion. That's from our scientist.
What the That's not... The
So
likelihood is 1
we
trillion?
start this
What? Did you mean like 1 trillion planets?
Preconceived notions, but understanding
likelihood
that
is
we're in a world of discovery.
That is
And we
a
have
straight.
taken-
That is a real answer.
we, NASA,
That's
have taken
100%.
time concrete action to seriously look into UAP.
Okay.
And this independent study team is exactly that. It's independent.
Thanks.
They work
You
to develop
mentioned that?
recommendations about how NASA could better examine them from a scientific
I get the feeling that this dude has been talking with some fucking
And the top
crazy people
takeaway
in
from the
Congress
study
to
is
be
that there is a lot more to learn.
the way that he's talking about this.
The
I feel like
NASA
he's
independent
afraid for his
study
life.
team did not
He's
find
talking
any
to us like
evidence that
we're
UAP
children
have
being
an
told about like
extraterrestrial
something
origin.
really.
Oh,
simple.
ooh, that was important. Let's go back.
What does he say? Let's go back.
Oh, I forgot. It doesn't like this. It doesn't like when I do that. But yeah, one moment. Come on.
The independent study team did not find any evidence that UAP have an extraterrestrial origin.
Who could have guessed?
There we
But
go.
We don't know what these UAP are. That's why I'm announcing that NASA has appointed a NASA director of UAP research.
Okay.
They are being tasked with developing and overseeing the implementation of NASA's vision for UAP research.
I love to be. I
NASA's
love to be tasked with
expertise to
implementing a
work
vision.
With other agencies to
Is that
analyze
buzzing coming from the
UAP.
video or from you?
From the
will
video.
Use AI
okay. Someone's
and
microphone
machine
isn't plugged in
learning
all the way.
to search the skies for anomalies.
Gotta put in
as
those
we
AI
have been searching the
buzzwords.
heavens, and will continue to search the heavens for habitability. And NASA will do this transparently. So while today is a significant step for NASA, it's certainly not our final step. And we're going to share more with you, and I want to introduce you to Dr. Nikki Fox, who is the head of our Science Mission Directorate.
I believe in her. I believe in her ability to be a better spokesperson than this guy. No offense to this guy, but that was a little bit hard.
Good morning, and thank you so much, Administrator Nelson. It's always tough to follow Bill. He's such a great speaker. But I want to thank
God.
Just the opposite of what you said.
Study team for their
believe in you,
amazing
Nikki.
service on the study and for their continued contributions towards the advancement of our nation's understanding of unidentified anomalous phenomena. UAP, as Bill just eloquently said, UAP are one of our planet's greatest mysteries, and it's really due to the limited number of high-quality data that surrounds such incidents and often renders them unidentifiable.
Thank
While
you.
there are numerous
Renders them
eyewitness
unidentifiable.
accounts and visuals associated with UAP, they're not consistent, they're not detailed, and they're not curated observations that can be used to make definitive scientific conclusions about the nature and the origin of UAP.
Dog shit data
The
set.
language of scientists is data, and data points
And we
towards a
have none of
scientific
it.
conclusion
We
to
have
what the nature
15
and the origin
iPhone
of
videos
UAP
from
could be.
2006.
That leads us to why we're here today. The independent study team's report is now public, and it can be found at science.nasa.gov/UAP.
We'll pull this up.
While NASA is still working to evaluate the report and to assess the independent study team's findings and recommendations, NASA is committed to immediately contributing to the federal government's
There it is.
unified UAP effort and as you heard, we have appointed a director of UAP research. In their role, they will centralize communications, resources, and data analytical capabilities across the federal government to establish a robust database for the evaluation of any future data. Additionally, our Director of UAP Research will also leverage NASA's expertise in artificial intelligence, machine learning, and space-based observational tools that will support and
Take a
enhance
drink.
the broader government
I gotta
initiative
take the drink.
into
This is my
UAP.
personal drinking game.
They
with
will
a
serve
very
as
small
NASA's
can.
point of contact for government entities, but
that
especially
fruit
for
cumber.
the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, or ARROW. And this will ensure our coordinated efforts and effective
All-Domain Anomaly
communication
Resolution
channels.
Office. Are
Beyond
you
our
kidding me?
Director of UAP Research, NASA will also advance citizen reporting by working with the public and commercial pilots to collect a broader set of data to
That
add
job's
to
gonna
the
suck.
vast data repositories
You're gonna get a
to
lot
not
of
only
fake
contribute
photos.
to a broader, more reliable
You're gonna get a
data
lot
set
of
for
dancing
future
alien
UAP
gifs.
incidents, but to also contribute to the destigmatization of the important study of UAPs. And with that, it is my great pleasure to hand over to Dr. Dan Evans, who is the NASA official responsible for supporting this amazing study.
Okay.
Good morning. I'd like to begin by expressing my sincere thanks to NASA Administrator Bill Nelson for directing this study. We at NASA believe that understanding UAP is vital for several reasons. First and foremost, it provides an opportunity for us to expand our understanding of the world around us. At NASA, we
It's just
are
what NASA
committed
does
to
all day,
charting
every
the
day.
uncharted. So this work aligns with who we are. Secondly, this study aims to enhance situational awareness.
We're really okay
The
with
presence of
UAP. We don't think this
raises
is stupid,
serious
I
concerns
promise.
about the safety of our skies.
Oh,
and it's
no.
this nation's obligation to determine whether these phenomena pose any potential risks to airspace safety. Let's
Yeah.
not forget
You gotta
that
shoot
the
down the
first
WAPs.
A in NASA is aeronautics. So by understanding the nature of UAP, we can ensure that our skies remain a safe space for all. Administrator Nelson directed us to put together
Nothing will improve
an
the safety
independent and external
of
team
our
of
skies, like
world-leading
firing on
experts
wow,
to produce a
UAPs.
report containing a roadmap
I thought I saw a
with
shadow
a
better
series of
open
recommendations
fire.
that describe how NASA
Lord.
could best help in the cross-government response to UAP. Months of meticulous fact-finding, cross-disciplinary collaboration, and scientific rigor
Led
gave
to
the team
fucking
insights
nothing.
that will greatly enhance our nation's understanding of UAP
Like,
going
it's
forward.
a joke that the United
team's
States
report,
will just shoot at the
now
aliens,
available on
but-
NASA's website, stands as
Like,
a
even if
testament
it's not
to
an alien,
NASA's
we don't know what it is.
and the
Just
team's
shoot it.
commitment to transparency.
Even NASA has
to
to
the power of
has to
science,
like kowtow
and
to
to
the
the
national
unwavering
security
quest
angle of all
for
this
knowledge.
bullshit.
We
it's
at
ridiculous.
NASA believe that studying UAP
I
represents
thought this
an
was gonna be
exciting
fun.
step forward in
And
our
I
journey
am
to uncover
living.
the mysteries of the
If it
world
gets too
around
dour,
us.
we could
By
like,
embracing a scientific lens,
drop off.
we have ensured that our work
sure.
is evidence-based and data-driven.
I just
And by
want
valuing
some details on
transparency
what you've been
and
doing.
openness, we
I'd
have
like to
aimed
see some
to foster
photos
trust
and just have
and
like someone
collaboration
debunk the
with the
photo.
public.
That might be asking for too
I'd like
much
to conclude
from like
by
NASA. They might
extending
want
my
to have a bit more
deepest
tact on that,
gratitude
but
to the team for their incredible dedication and service. Their efforts have been instrumental, and I truly appreciate the expertise and commitment that each of them have brought to this endeavor. And with that, I'll pass over to Dr. David Spergel, who chaired our study.
Okay, you chaired the study. You might say things that are different from just a summary of the UAP discourse.
Well, first and foremost, I'd like to extend our sincere gratitude to the NASA administrator.
Well, he's not going to be as bad as Bill
for
Nelson, but
entrusting
we're
us with this
strap in.
pivotal study. Your faith in our capabilities has been a driving force behind the panel's approach. The panel's comprehensive
remember when I gave
study
NASA the energy for the
into
Spirit bomb.
unidentified anomalous phenomena, or UAP, has led to several crucial findings, and I'd like to elucidate on our methodology and those findings this morning. We began by rigorously assessing the current state of UAP data.
It was bad.
Our goal was not to repeat the work of the Arrow, but to understand the nature of the reports. Our goal was to produce a roadmap for NASA to contribute to the understanding of the nature of UAP events. We looked at NASA's assets. While they provide a comprehensive picture of the ocean, the Earth's surface and atmosphere for studying our evolving planet, they typically do not have the resolution needed for UAP events. However, by providing data on environmental conditions, they can complement other data on UAP.
Okay.
The current approach to UAP data collection has led to a limited sample of events and limited data.
This is a way of saying it's bullshit.
Has limited reporting by pilots, both civilian and military, so we know there's missing data. For its analysis in other areas, NASA always takes a scientific approach of systematic data collection that involves calibrating instruments, multiple measurements, and ensuring sensor metadata. Most UAP events lack this quality of data.
Bro, don't
One of
go away
NASA's
from the microphone
contribution
when you
to the
talk.
broader governmental effort
It's a
to bring these
Tay-Zonday
methodologies
homage.
to create a data set is to bring these
He's
methodologies
breathing
to create a
in,
data
but he's
set
still
that's
talking
both
while doing
reliable
Of
and
course.
extensive.
He doesn't have the skills.
And once we have a
rare skill set.
large sample of well-characterized events, AI and ML tools, which are proving to be powerful in some
Gotta
of
take a
other
drink.
applications, will likely prove helpful in identifying interesting.
They'll likely prove helpful.
It is essential
They
to
might.
clarify, based on our current
Side
findings
note,
and methodology,
in a server I'm
that
in,
we
someone
find
said that
no
they kept the
evidence.
noose in the Thousand Year Door remake. That's in the start of the game.
Right, so no, he said it again. No evidence.
to suggest that UAP are extraterrestrial in origin.
Who could have guessed?
Our focus is on understanding the phenomenon, however, regardless of the source. And previous work from the
Even
Arrow
if that shit isn't
has
aliens, we're
shown
gonna
that
study
most
it.
events are explainable as planes,
And then all the
Most-
UFO heads.
Hold on.
What?
drones,
Let's go back. Let's go back real quick. This is gonna be worth it. I promise. Hold on. Listen.
All the UFO heads are gonna be so disappointed.
Oh man, I love it. Just let YouTube do its thing. It's got to charge up.
Yeah.
Oh.
regardless of the source. And previous work from the Arrow has shown that most events are explainable as planes, balloons, drones, weather phenomenon, and instrument features. And
It's
in any
always
search for
fucking
interesting
weather
anomalies, the first step is to eliminate the chaff of conventional events.
Eliminate the
before
chaff
moving
to
on
discover the
identify
chats.
novel phenomena. In this, the public's role cannot be overstated. The panel envisioned a framework that leverages crowdsourcing, possibly via smartphone applications,
Oh,
to
you're
capture
gonna
a
get
broader
such high quality
spectrum of
shit.
data, ensuring more eyes and ears on the ground.
Taking my
Lastly, we
fucking
delved into
pixelmas
the
photo
safety
in the night of
concerns
a
UAP
UAP.
present within U.S. airspace.
Getting that visual snow
By integrating
footage.
UAP collection within
That's
our
right.
current aviation reporting system, the panel believes we can provide insights into potential safety risks.
Wow.
NASA can reduce the
I can
stigma
tell some
associated
people
with
in
pilots
here
reporting
just
anomalies.
fucking hate this
And
UAP
fundamentally, by
discourse, and
studying
I
events we
feel
don't
for them
understand,
badly.
we advance our
They're like
understanding.
doing this because they have to, because
So in
people won't shut the
conclusion,
fuck up
the rigorous
otherwise.
methodology,
They're like,
collaborative
we know that
efforts,
these have in the
public
past been like
engagement,
planes and weather balloons,
NASA
but we
can
gotta
be a
have these
key
people
player
shut the fuck up
and
forever.
the whole of government approach to understanding UAP.
Because now the whole government is on the SWAP shit, and obviously there's only really one government department that is qualified.
Thank you so much to all of
Yeah.
our speakers. We will start taking questions.
Okay.
For those
I guess
in
that
the
was the
room,
conference
we have
then,
a
if this is
microphone
just Q&A now.
here that
That's
we would
usually
ask
at the
you to
end.
speak into. We
Do
will
we
wanna
also
see
be
the Q&A?
alternating with
It's still going.
questions from
It's
those
still
on the
go- oh.
phone line. For those of you
That might
in the
just be
phone
like,
line,
sizzle
please
reel footage
press
in the end.
star 1 to
So,
get onto
yeah,
the
we've got
queue.
like
We
10
will try to
minutes
answer as
of
many
questions.
as we can today.
People are already
We'll see how it
leaving.
goes. Please, sir.
Thank you very much. This is directed to Mr. Nelson. Thank you for being here. Two quick questions. One is, how can we make the determination of what something isn't when we don't know what it is?
Oh
And
man, he
B,
wants it to be real.
After a careful
wants
review
it
of the
so
data,
bad.
'Cause he
if
never
it's
said,
determined
we don't say that it isn't.
some, underline the word some 10 times, UFOs or UAP originate from a non-human intelligence, what's the plan to disclose that to the public?
What's the plan?
And can you identify yourself, please?
James Fox. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Sorry, and what outlet?
Independent media. Thank you.
Independent media. That's not a good sign.
Well, let me repeat.
I'm gonna guess independent media isn't a media by itself, but it just means like
what
in
I
general.
said.
It's an independent
Yeah.
like magazine or something.
I think it's important
YouTube
that
channel.
you hear this word for word. The NASA independent study team did not find
You might
any
wanna turn up the volume,
evidence
he's
that
really
UAP
quiet.
have an extraterrestrial origin. But we don't know what these UAP are.
He got so mad, and I feel for
Mission
him.
of NASA is
He
to
annoyed
find
me, but I
out the
still
unknown.
like.
I've
This dude is
said
just like, how can you
several
say
times in my
that there's no
comments here
aliens?
today that we NASA
We got so mad at this guy for repeating it 15 million times, and the first guy fucked it up.
trying to address
Yeah.
That's
the
incredible.
question of there's so much concern that there's something locked up, classified, and that the American government is not being open. Well, we are the American government, and we are open, and we're going to be open about this.
I'm gonna be wide open, fucking like
Fucking
goat soup.
interesting that conspiracy that they're
that
hiding
statement,
aliens
but
from
we
us, and they're
don't
like,
know
no,
what
we're
these
open about
UAP
this.
are,
Shut up.
But we're going to try to find out.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And is there a plan in place if it is determined that some of them represent or originate from a non-human
won't
intelligence?
shut up about it.
To tell the public? Is there a
But
plan?
what
or-
if they were aliens, though? What are you gonna do then, huh?
What I said we intend to be, which
I
is
already told you. Yes.
bet your boots.
You bet your boots. You bet your ass. Now get the fuck out.
And I've tried to set the table for you by telling you that I personally believe in a
He's
universe that is so vast that could there be a replication of life
I
on
feel so
Earth
sorry for these
elsewhere in
people. I
another
was
solar
expecting
system?
something
That is
along
so
this
big.
line of this
Of
vibe.
course I believe
Of
that.
course it was gonna happen.
The distances, it would have to be a very advanced civilization. The distances, light years, hundreds of light years, billions of light years. But whatever we find, we're going to tell you.
Great, great, and we'll move on to the next question. Please do identify yourself.
Thanks. This is Joey Roulette from Reuters. Question for Bill Nelson or any of the other panelists. So you've appointed a director of UAP research. Have you named someone to that role? And what kind of investment are you considering making in this? Is this going to be a new program office? Have you thought of funding figures? et
He
cetera?
actually learned how NASA creates their
Yes, we
structures.
have,
That's good.
already
Yeah.
appointed,
He had like an
person. We've been
actual good
working
question.
there for a while
He
now.
came from an actual media source. Who could have guessed?
During this
Yeah.
study, so
Not
we
just like a
help
Twitter
be,
account.
point of contact. And any budget discussions, of course, are part of a very intricate federal budget request, and so they're not something that we discuss openly. But we will certainly look at what resources need to be allocated.
And can you name the official who's in
We
that
will
role?
not give his name out now.
Okay.
He is. Okay.
We can't drop the deets.
Thank you. We'll take another one from in the room.
Bill used they them pronouns, so.
Hello,
Whoa.
Dan Rivers from British broadcaster ITV News. I heard the word stigma mentioned several times, that you want to remove the stigma. Is your message to pilots and other people that this is no longer the preserve of cranks and that you won't be laughed at and that you will take them seriously? Is that the takeaway?
That is exactly
I don't think that's what
the
he meant.
message. I mean, at NASA, we're scientists. We love data. We love all data. And
Yeah,
if
I
there is
can-
something that needs to be
I can
reported,
figure that
we want people to
they're
be able
like,
to feel
please
that
give
they
us
can
good
report
data.
that.
Throw up some
We
4Ks on
spoke
that shit.
in the open
Yeah.
hearing that we had here just a few months ago.
If we
can you
have to tell
remind me when
people
it was?
that
May
they're not
31st.
like, if we have
And
to tell
actually
people they're
talked
not crazy,
about,
let's do that.
we wanted to remove the stigma, and we also did not tolerate any of the abuse that some of our members of the panel were receiving, particularly on social media, for doing this really important scientific study. So absolutely.
Okay.
We want pilots and
I
both,
wonder who the
as Bill
placators
said,
were.
both,
Were they like,
both
oh, you
private
can't like
pilots,
study
commercial
anything
pilots,
to do with something that we don't know what it
military
is, or
pilots
if
to
it was
feel that
aliens,
if they see
alien
something,
fans
they
being
need
like,
to
you're not
report it.
calling them aliens. I hate you.
I want to say, and I want to repeat.
Probably people who thought this was stupid, which, to be fair, I kind of think that it is, but we need to...
Just a little bit, but they're like taking it way more like seriously than the
I think
alien
of this in
fans are.
terms of
Like, they're
the
actually like,
signs we see around for
let's
security.
figure what it
which
is
say, if you
actually
see
instead of
something,
just
say
going to like, oh, aliens are here.
I think in this
Yeah,
context,
if we're ever
we
going to
can
work it out of our
summarize it.
system, we
If
just
you
got to
see
do it
something,
rigorously.
Collect high-quality data on it.
If you
then we
see
can-
something, pull out the 4Ks,
If I
the
may,
16Ks. I'm begging you.
The Go Fast incident was one that was picked out, and that had been
Go Fast.
Held up as an example of a very credible sighting that you seem to be pouring doubt.
If I may, IJ.
I mean, I looked at that as one
right.
example, and you know,
Mhm.
I think this is something that Arrow has actually done a very good job of going through the events, and most events are going to turn out, even if there are some events that in the end turn out to be something novel. Most events are going to turn out to be conventional things, balloons, airplanes, and so on.
Love
I
a
think of
balloon.
the process of discovery of anomalies as looking for a needle in a haystack. And if you want to find a needle in a haystack, you've got two choices. Either you know exactly what the needle looks like, and you design a very good filter to look for the needle. It's called match filtering in our in sort of AI work, machine learning and signal processing. Or you don't know what you're looking for. And with
Imagine
anomalies, that's
looking for a
really the
needle in a
case where
haystack
you're
and you've
looking for
never
things
seen
you
a
don't
needle.
understand. So if you
What's
want to
the
find
sharp
something
thing?
strange in a haystack, you better know exactly what hay looks like.
It's like hay, but
And
sharper.
You better be able to
Yeah, it
characterize
hurts
that
me when I
little-
touch it.
Like
And that's
hay,
why
but
in a
more.
process like this, and
Yeah,
this is
like what if
something that I
hay
think we
always
bring
got beneath your
to this
fingernail?
as we look for anomalies, is you need to know what
It's one
typical
thing
regular
that
things
happens
look
when you
like
have a
under
pet
real
rabbit.
conditions.
You need to give it hay.
You need to know
Sometimes
what
the hay goes
balloons
under your
look like
fingernail, and
when
it's
you
the worst thing
first
ever.
see them, so
Yeah.
under unusual conditions, so that you can
Needle in the
eliminate those
haytake.
events. And that's why in identifying
That's real hay
anomalies,
take right there.
understanding
right.
the normal
What rabbits say to
is a
each other
very
on Twitter.
important part of it.
Yeah,
And understanding
terminally
that under
online
different observing
rabbits.
conditions and collecting data in a uniform way. I mean, this is what we do when we study anomalies in space science or other areas of science. And what we're trying to do is bring this approach to this field by saying collect high quality data, understand the normal events, and that's how we move things forward.
Thank you.
We'll move on to the next question, please.
Hello, I'm Nomia Iqbal from BBC News. Just to follow up on the stigma question, UAP, that term has been used in part to destigmatize UFOs. The fact is most people use UFOs. Most of the American public, most of the world use that term. So I wonder how
The
much
best,
is the stigma
stupidest
still a
part
problem
of
for
UAP
you, and what are
UFO
you
discourse.
practically doing
Why can't we
to-
call them
to-
UFOs?
about it, really, to convince people? And my second broker question, in your report I noticed that you said AI is a very essential tool for identifying...
Did you?
threats.
I thought it was very subtle.
Yesterday
I thought they were
at
very
this big
quiet
AI
about
summit
that.
where you had 100 senators meeting all the big tech tycoons, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg. And speaking to some senators afterwards, they said, we are concerned about AI, we need it to be regulated. Does that concern you? Are you worried that it might
Oh
help
my
your work?
God, this has
Thank you very
nothing
much.
to do with the kind of AI that
Two
they
big
use.
questions. First of all, do I personally believe that AI needs to have some boundaries? The answer to that for our existentialism, yes.
What the fuck
Wow.
kind of phrasing
Can
that
we do
was?
that within the appropriate bounds so that, as I said in my remarks, that we're going to utilize AI as one of the tools as we search
Like for real,
for what
this is
is
just
an
like
answer
image
to
matching AI.
UAP.
That's what they'd use it for, because that's,
So no, I
that's
don't
what the
think
data
that,
is.
Identify the
any
unidentified
attempts
in this
to,
photo.
Yeah.
that the Congress has underway to try to write a law that would appropriately put guardrails around AI for other reasons.
I can't wait to see what the Senate comes up with. This fucking bunch of octogenarians on trying to legislate AI. It's going to be great. It's going to be fucking kick-ass.
On this specific issue. Now, what was your other question?
Just
how
how
do you
that's
what the text said.
I saw. So you be. So you
I know
be.
you call it UAPs, but people don't refer it to in that way.
Yeah. Well, there's a
Oh,
mindset.
it's still on the hay.
We all are entertained by Indiana Jones in the Amazon and finding the crystal skull. So there's a lot of folklore out there.
Oh yeah, the best Indiana Jones
movie.
movie.
We entered the stage, the arena, to try to get into this from a science point.
I think you can blame the X-Files for a lot of this as well.
Yeah.
That possibly too, but just remember what I said. We NASA are trying to shift it from sensationalism to science.
Big if true.
Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am.
And we do have a long line in the room, but I want to give a couple chances to some people on the phone line, so I'm going to go to the phone for our first question there. Please do introduce yourself and ask your question.
Let's see. What do we got?
The phone, can you hear me?
Our first question is from Marcia Dunn with the Associated Press. Your line is open.
Yes, hi, Marcia Dunn, AP. I'm already receiving emails on Area 51 in Roswell, so I would like to ask Mr. Spergel, how much were you and your fellow panel members hassled or bombarded by this sort of thing during the course of your study? And for NASA, are you not naming the director of UAP research for this very reason, so that they're not hassled and bombarded by the fringe element? Thanks.
The fringe element. Oh my god.
I would divide kind of emails and tweets into two types. Right? There's some where people honestly are curious about things they've seen, they've heard. There are things that are hard to respond to, like, my uncle who's dead saw something strange, and you get a report. And, that's...
My uncle at UFO.
That's not useful, but that's harmless. On the other hand, one of the things that happened during the study, and this may be part of a bigger discussion of cultural behavior on social media, where people behave badly, and I would say harassed some of our panel members, and that I think was very inappropriate behavior one doesn't want to see. Sadly, I think it's part of a deeper problem when people somehow feel on the web, on social media, they can be nasty and hostile, and sadly, some of our panel members experience that.
That's about what I experienced.
I would just simply add to that to say that not only were some of the things that our panel members received during the course of this study simple trolling, some of them actually rose to actual threats. And as a result, we at NASA take the sanctity of the scientific process and the security and safety of our team extremely seriously. And yes, that's in part why we are not splashing the name of our new director out there. Because science needs to be free. Science needs to undergo a real and rigorous and rational
was it fundamentalists who think that aliens are Satan's lies, or like
some of the fundamentalists who think that aliens are going to save us?
Yeah.
Towards some of our panelists.
Like, there's a lot of kinds of crazy people who could hate this.
Part of that process.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We will go to another question on the phone, please. Please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Our next question comes from Tom Clark with Sky News London. Your line is open.
Oh, hi there. Thank you very much for taking my question. I want to understand how much, you won't give us an idea of money, but how many assets or new research programs will be devoted to this by the administration. Because it strikes me that although the argument for aviation safety is clear, there are other departments and agencies responsible for that particular thing. And as the report concludes, the likelihood of there being extraterrestrial explanations or truly scientific explanations for many of these phenomena is very, very small, shouldn't
I'm gonna go to the
NASA
bathroom again,
devote
but you can keep
its
this rolling while I'm
research
gone.
Oh, I don't
and its
blame you.
efforts
I
to
don't
those
blame you.
much more likely and tangible signs of extraterrestrial life through things like the James Webb Space Telescope or extrasolar planets detection?
Yeah, thank you for the question. So yes, obviously
Kind of all
we
over
don't
the
discuss
place.
budget openly, but we are committed to supporting the whole of government study into UAP. All of our data are open. In fact, if you look at the report, you'll see a very large sort of background material or supplemental material in there, because we literally released everything, because that's what we do at NASA.
I'll love
We
to
do
look at
have
this.
our key agency goals. We have obviously our goals in the Science Mission Directorate, our themes that we follow, and one of those, as the administrator described, is the search for life elsewhere. And we do that, and he described the research beautifully. I think he may be going for my job, actually, but he described the research so well.
Welcome back.
That what we need to find
So they
is a
kept
rock
teasing
planet
the
around,
report, and I'm starting to
hospitable
wonder
star
how many more
that
of these
isn't
do you
too
think we should
violent.
listen to
It is
before
in
we
just that right place that has signatures
we
of water
pop
and
over to
signatures of
something
carbon,
else?
so the building blocks of life. And we continue
I mean, I'm
to strive to
personally
do
good.
that. We do that
You're
with the
personally
James
good
Webb
on this?
Telescope. We'll be doing
Yeah.
that when we launch the
All
Nancy
right.
Grace Roman Telescope.
Anybody on
that
chat
even
care?
has a corona
No,
around
we
it to
haven't
block
had.
out the light of the
We
neighboring
haven't
stars
had
and really let
anything since the Pokemon Black and White slander. But yeah, let's look at this. Let's look at this. 4 researchers, WAP, and I'm gonna keep calling it that. You can't stop me. NASA Unidentified Anomalous Phenomenon Independent Study. On June 9th, 2022, NASA announced that the agency is commissioning a study team to examine WAPs. That is, observations of events in the sky that cannot be identified as aircraft or known natural phenomenon from a scientific perspective. Because the room was getting real clown shoes. It was getting real clown shoes. And it's still pretty clown shoes in there. Mr. Independent Media made sure he was first up on the fucking plate, ready to remind us.
The lighting in this photo is not very good.
Yeah, it's got that sort of like McMansion AI enhanced vibe on all their clothes. That's pretty wild. That's some of that WAP technology that they're using. The AI. The study will focus on...
I gotta take a drink.
Hell yeah. The study will focus on identifying available data, how best to collect future data, and how NASA can use that data to move the scientific understanding of WAPs forward. This webpage is designed as a resource to provide updates on the WAP independent study. Frequently asked questions. Final report. Ooh.
Let's see it.
Yeah, let's look at the final report. Independent. PDF. 36 pages, not bad. Not bad.
Damn.
Especially with
We
this.
can probably like skim through it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not. You probably won't have to skim looking at this. So yeah, Dr. Spergel, we saw him there. We saw some panelists. Anna Maria Barea, Federica Bianco, Reggie Brothers.
There's a couple misters and
we're,
one captain.
We're hooked on the brothers, you know what I mean? Yeah. Captain Scott Kelly, I believe he was an astronaut. Yep, retired. Dr. Walter Scott of Maxar Technologies. They just wanted him in there because, you know, Maxar Technologies is a based name. Cover photos. Views of the Earth is photographed from the Earth Orbital Apollo 4. All photos are from NASA unless otherwise indicated. We got an executive summary, forward, intro, responses to statement of task. I love when I have to respond to the statement of task. When I've been given a task and I just gotta respond. 11 pages in. Overall conclusions and recommendations, acknowledgements, work products. We got that beautiful picture yet again. What the fuck is this?
That's cool.
This is a type of lightning known as a red sprite, a phenomenon that has rarely been photographed in this amount of detail. Some thunderstorms produce sprites, but most do not. Yeah.
That's really cool.
No, I ain't seen
like
that
ball
shit.
lightning. It's like ball lightning where it's rare.
Yeah, I think this... I don't know if this is rarer or less rare than ball lightning. It's pretty fucking
I think
wild,
ball
though.
lightning is the rarest. I don't know if there's even any photos of ball lightning.
Yeah. Even cock lightning is less rare. Executive summary. NASA's in an excellent position to contribute to UAP studies, big if true. The study of WAPs presents a unique scientific opportunity that demands a rigorous, evidence-based approach, unlike what we've seen so far. Addressing this challenge will require new and robust data acquisition methods, advanced analysis techniques, a systematic reporting framework, and reducing reporting stigma. This is all true, honestly. Like, the idea of WAP studies makes sense is an opportunity from a scientific perspective, primarily in the sense that we don't really have a good methodology for why does my Chrome window keep shifting around. Sorry, that's not what we don't have.
It doesn't on stream at least. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, no, we got a little bit of
screen.
Yeah, we got a little bit of scales, and then it just doesn't. It doesn't go away. That's cool. That's cool. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. No, we can't do it. We can't do it, everybody.
The scales
Sorry.
are like one of those TikTok visuals where they watch movies, but there's like Subway Surfers footage in the background.
That's right. That's right. So anyways, NASA has a variety of existing and planned Earth and space observing assets, together with an extensive archive of historic and current data sets, which should be directly leveraged to understand WAP. Although NASA's fleet of Earth-observing satellites typically lack the spatial resolution to detect relatively small objects such as WAP, their state-of-the-art sensors can be directly utilized to probe the state of the local Earth, oceanic, atmospheric conditions that are spatially and temporally coincident with WAPs, initially detected via other methods. Thus, NASA's assets can play a vital role by directly determining whether specific environmental factors are associated with certain reported WAP behaviors or occurrences. So if you're reading between the lines here, we have this picture of lightning, and they're talking about how they're going to use their satellites not to look at the WAPs, because they can, but to look at the weather conditions around the WAPs. I think, if you read between the lines, their working hypothesis is out there for all to see. Next, the U.S. commercial remote sensing industry offers a potent mix of Earth-observing satellites that offer imagery at sub to several meter spatial resolution, which is well matched to the typical spatial scales of known WAPs. God, we gotta put an ad for our private industry sponsors. God, although every point on Earth does not have constant high resolution coverage, the panel finds nonetheless that such commercial constellations could offer a powerful complement to the detection and study of WAP when coincident collection occurs. All right. At present, analysis of WAP data is hampered by poor sensor calibration, the lack of multiple measurements, the lack of sensor metadata, and the lack of baseline data. Making a concerted effort to improve all aspects is vital, and NASA's expertise should be comprehensively leveraged as part of a robust and systematic data acquisition strategy within the whole of government framework. So again, they make multiple references to the whole of government framework, the notion that the entire government is behind this now, because we had those silly fucking hearings in Congress where we pretended that aliens were real. Moving forward, NASA should contribute to a comprehensive government-wide approach to collecting future data. The importance of detecting WAP with multiple well-calibrated sensors is paramount, and NASA could potentially leverage its considerable expertise in this domain to utilize multispectral or hyperspectral data as part of a rigorous data acquisition campaign. We love rigorously acquiring data. The panel finds that AI and machine learning are essential tools for identifying rare occurrences, potentially including WAPs, within vast data sets. And again, these are like, NASA has a lot of astrophysicists, and astrophysicists use machine learning a lot because they have a lot of data to go through. So they're gonna ride the bandwagon. They're gonna jump on the bandwagon. Like, the least you can do when the government has yoked you to this fucking task is to try and use and be like, okay, if we're bandwagon hopping, everybody won't shut the fuck up about AI. So let me tell you about some of the AI tools we use. Like, it makes sense. It's just really funny to me. NASA's extensive experience in the application of state-of-the-art computational and data analysis techniques should therefore be leveraged to provide critical assistance. Once again, appropriate data collection, curation, and distribution are paramount. NASA, with its world-leading experience in these aspects, is well positioned to play a leading role. NASA is basically arguing that it should play a leading role because it knows how to do science, and that is really dire. Engaging the public is also a critical aspect of understanding UAP. The panel sees several advantages to augmenting data collection efforts using modern crowdsourcing techniques, including open-source smartphone-phased apps that simultaneously gather imaging data and other smartphone sensor metadata from multiple citizen observers worldwide. NASA should therefore explore the viability of developing or acquiring such a crowdsourcing system as part of its strategy. In turn, the panel finds that there is currently no standardized system for making civilian UAP reports, resulting in sparse and and incomplete data devoid of curation or vetting protocols. NASA should play a vital role by assisting AARO in the development of this federal system. So basically, we give so many shits about UFOs. We won't shut the fuck up about UFOs. We'll never stop talking about UFOs, but we don't have a system for reporting UFOs. And NASA, the NASA scientists, the literal rocket scientists who've literally been to the moon, have to tell people in an official documentation, maybe we should get on that.
Maybe we should analyze these blurry evidences of lights in the sky.
Maybe we should have multi-sensor data because we have multi-sensor instruments in every corner of the world. Like, you can tell that NASA literally must have heard until they were tired the old story of, like, in a world where everybody has a smartphone, if UFOs existed, we'd have good pictures of them. But they're like, no, dead ass though. We need to make an app that you click on and you point at the thing so we can tell what your sensors are doing when you're looking at a WAP.
Are you going to download the WAP app?
Yeah, I might download the WAP app. The negative perception surrounding the reporting of WAP poses an obstacle to collecting data on these phenomena. NASA's very involvement in WAP will play a vital role in reducing stigma associated with WAP reporting, which almost certainly leads to data attrition at present. What that means is people think they're fucking crazy, so they shut up about this. And we think that if people are allowed to, like, if we just make it so that this is a thing that happens, you saw a weird thing in the sky and you want help with it, we'll have better data. Hard to disagree.
We will finally help you.
NASA's long-standing public trust, which is essential for communicating findings about these phenomena to citizens, is crucial for destigmatizing UAP reporting. The scientific processes used by NASA encourage critical thinking. This is an amazing sentence to add in this fucking thing. NASA can model for the public how to best approach the study of UAP by utilizing transparent reporting, rigorous analysis, and public engagement. Oh, I'm sorry, WAP. Sorry. But yeah, what a fucking line to add in an official government communique. This is NASA flexing on how it's one of the most popular branches of government, by the way. It's one of the most popular government agencies, bar none. Everybody fucking loves NASA.
We like space.
Yeah. Finally, the threat to U.S. airspace safety posed by WAP is self-evident. Is it, fuckers?
I don't... Do they do anything besides, like, look weird?
Did I miss a second 9/11 done by WAPs where they just went into the towers at 7,000 miles an hour? The panel finds that a particularly promising avenue for deeper integration within a systematic evidence-based approach for WAP is the Aviation Safety Reporting System, ASRS, which NASA administers for the FAA. This confidential and voluntary reporting system for pilots, air traffic controllers, and other professional aviation staff receives 100,000 reports approximately per year. Holy shit, that's a lot.
Wow.
Although not initially designed for WAP collection, better harnessing it for commercial pilot WAP reporting would provide a critical database that would be valuable for the whole of government effort to understand WAP. In turn, NASA's long history of partnership with the FAA should be leveraged to investigate how advanced real-time analysis techniques could be applied to future generations of air traffic management systems. They are trying to spin some real-world utility out of this, and I gotta appreciate the hustle. You know what I mean? Like, we already talked about the whole statistically, like, looking at anomalies in data is a sort of high concept methodological thing that it's really hard to get money for. This is their chance to shine. Improving some of the NASA's FAA framework, chance to shine. Improving air traffic management, chance to shine. Okay, with enough pages like this, I think we might get through the whole 36 pages. I don't know about you, but if we got more of these...
Maybe.
Though AARO leads the whole of government response to WAP, the panel recommends that NASA play an essential role within that framework. NASA should leverage its core capabilities and expertise to determine whether it should take a leading or supporting role in implementing a given recommendation. Organization of this report. This report is organized as follows. We present a systematic response to the 8 charge elements that formed the terms of reference that NASA provided to the independent study team, followed by a detailed set of conclusions and recommendations. These responses stemmed from a series of sub-panel reports that the entire team deliberated in full at the public meeting held on May 31st, 2023, all of which are included as work products toward the end of this report for full public transparency. And an orbital sunrise photographed by an Expedition 40 crew member on the ISS. Yo, I gotta be honest, one of the reasons that I would want to go to space is to look at shit like this. Like,
It looks really pretty.
I love a sunrise, and this is like sunrise too. This shit is fucked.
Yeah. I don't want to go to space because I'm very afraid of it, but I like looking at it.
Space is good because if you die in space, you die fast. Like it's not going to be a lingering death. You're just done. Aurora Borealis. In this time of year, at this time of day, localized entirely within this PDF.
I want to see them in real life so bad.
The spectacular Aurora Borealis, or the Northern Lights, over Canada, is sighted from the space station near the highest point of its orbital path.
Hell yeah.
Deadass, looking at this would probably make going to space worth it. Like, yeah, sure, it's dangerous and you could die. But, like, when you talk about things to look at that might be worth dying over, this is pretty high up there. Like, I'd risk it.
I just want to see them in general, in person, so bad. Like, I need to go to Lapland one day.
I mean, you were in Finland. It's not a far ways away.
It's still a plane trip. It's still far enough away from Helsinki.
All right, so we're 25% of the way in. We could do this. Forward. WAP are one of the planet's greatest mysteries. They sure are. Our observations of objects in our skies that cannot be identified as balloons, aircraft, or natural known phenomena have been spotted worldwide, yet there are limited high-quality observations. The nature of science is to explore the unknown, and data is the language scientists use to discover our universe's secrets. Despite numerous accounts and visuals, the absence of consistent, detailed, and curated observations means we do not presently have the body of data needed to make definitive scientific conclusions about WAP. At NASA, we use data and the tools of science to explore the unknown in the atmosphere and space. In June 2022, NASA established an external independent study team to find a way that we can use our open source data and resources to help shed light on the nature of future WAP. We got to get ready for those future WAPs. Much like a team of peer reviewers, NASA commissions independent study teams as a formal part of NASA's scientific process. I get emails from this, and such teams provide the agency external counsel and an increased network of perspectives from esteemed scientific experts. I applied for a NASA grant once upon a time, so occasionally I still get emails about this shit, and I don't have the heart to like cancel it because it makes me feel nice. Let's see. NASA's WAP independent study team is made up of 16 experts from the diverse backgrounds in science, technology, data, AI, take a shot, space exploration, aerospace safety, media, and commercial innovation. You gotta eat the frucumber. They were assigned to pinpoint the data available around WAP and produce a report that outlines a roadmap for how NASA can use its tools of science to obtain usable data. Step 1, obtain usable data to evaluate and categorize the nature of WAP going forward. This is not a review of previous WAP incidents. We are not going to review previous WAP incidents. We are not. We don't give a shit.
Forget that shit. Toss that shit in the bin.
The data is just too bad. Like, NASA's just like, we need better data. We cannot just be looking at fucking grainy-ass radar images and try to determine what they are. That's not how this works.
The data is so bad that it's lore.
That's right. We thank the WAP independent study team members for their service on the study and for their contributions towards the advancements of our nation's understanding of WAP. While we are still evaluating the report and assessing the team's findings and recommendations, NASA's Science Mission Directorate and the agency are continuing are committed to keeping a clear and open pipeline for communication and resources with the Department of Defense's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office to support its whole-of-government approach towards understanding and resolving WAP cases. NASA is appointing a director of WAP research to centralize communications and leverage NASA's extensive resources and expertise to actively engage in the whole-of-government WAP initiative. This individual will also ensure that the agency's vast analytical capabilities, including its proficiency in data management, machine learning, and artificial intelligence, are contributed to the government's united WAP effort. At NASA, we are committed to WAP, openness, transparency, and scientific integrity, and they are a central part of our operations. By setting up this independent study team, NASA gained important external perspectives from leading experts in our nation for how we can use our resources to advance the study of WAP data and explore the unknown in air and space for the benefit of all. There's Nikki. We saw her. Ooh,
yeah,
pretty.
I have now drank all of the frucumber. My review is...
Don't do it. It's bad.
It's really bad. Don't buy this. Like, it's not even worth it for the joke. It tastes really bad.
Oh, I bet it does. A meteor streaks...
I have to.
You
have to go again.
Oh, go for it. But before you do, a meteor streaks across the sky during the annual Perseid meteor shower.
It's very pretty, but I'm feeling the effects of the caffeine, so I must
oh my god, I feel the effect. Alright, go. All right. Oh, the introduction's short. Ooh, we got a footnote. We got a fucking footnote. Oh my god, the footnote is funny. The footnote is so funny. We love talking about WAPs. Oh, we're a third of the way through almost. We're getting there. Gotta hydrate when you're doing a dramatic reading of a fucking NASA study for a live stream on a gaming channel. I'm reflecting on my life choices right now, let me tell you. You can feel it. I can feel the heat. I can feel the heat. I mean, this is a one-of-a-kind live stream. You're not getting this kind of stupid bullshit anywhere else. Probably. Dramatic readings of NASA data? Yeah, no, this is the shit.
I'm back. What's happening?
Oh, not much. I was just waiting to read the introduction for you. I found a funny fucking footnote in this one. So anyways, recently, many credible witnesses, often military aviators, the most credible people on Earth, have reported seeing objects they did not recognize over U.S. airspaces. Most of these events have since been explained, but a small handful cannot be immediately identified as known human-made or natural phenomenon. These events are now collectively referred to as unidentified anomalous phenomena, or WAP. Footnote. At the time that this study was initiated, Congress defined WAP as unidentified aerial phenomena. After the study began, the term WAP was redefined to unidentified anomalous phenomena. That is so fucking funny to me because it's a euphemism for UFO, and they were like, no, there's too much. There's too, like, the sky? Nah. Anomalous.
Too specific.
Have we
find something in the sea and we don't know what the fuck it is, it's included.
Yeah, and I mean that's probably, to be fair, there were a lot of reports of things going out from the sea up into the sky, so maybe that's why. But I just love the idea of a UGO, unidentified ground object. Like just walk, bro. Just walk over there. What what are we fucking talking about?
Stone is like something I've never seen before.
Yeah, weird ass rock. A vital part of NASA's mission is exploring the unknown using the rigorous process of the scientific method. This means scrutinizing our assumptions and intuition, transparently and diligently collecting data, reproducing results, seeking independent evaluation, and finally, reaching a scientific consensus about the nature of an occurrence. The scientific method challenges us to solve problems by impartially evaluating our own ideas, by being willing to be wrong, and by following the data. There is some subtext to this, you know what I mean? Like you can feel like actual scientists being forced by the government to be like, okay, tell us about the aliens. And they're like, fucking fuck. It is increasingly clear that the majority of WAP observations can be attributed to known phenomena or occurrences. When it comes to studying such phenomena, our overarching challenge is that the data needed to explain these anomalous sightings often do not exist. This includes eyewitness reports, which on their own can be interesting and compelling, but are not reproducible and usually lack the information needed to make any definitive conclusions about a WAP's provenance. Thus, to understand WAP, a rigorous, evidence-based, data-driven scientific framework is essential.
What they said was cool story, bro.
It can be interesting and compelling, but I don't give a shit. This report offers a vision of how NASA could contribute to understanding the phenomena and how the agency's approach will complement the whole of government effort to understand WAP. This report offers a vision of how NASA could maybe get these silly assholes to do something useful for once. Because listening to a bunch of airmen tell you stories about how they saw a fast thing is not fucking science. It's not fucking anything.
Whoa, orb.
A weather balloon sails into the sky after release from the Cape Canaveral weather station in Florida.
Hey, if that's what weather balloons look like, then yeah, I guess people would look at that and go, what the fuck is that? It's an alien.
These motherfuckers deadass put a picture of lightning and a weather balloon in their UFO report. There's some fucking subtext here. They're
dropping hints.
They're dropping hints. This is worthwhile. This is fucking content. Responses to statement of task. The fucking, I love the title because it just makes me imagine, like, you remember that fucking meme image of like the tiny buff dude standing next to the supermodel, like looking up at her.
Tyler 1?
Probably. I don't know who the fuck they were. I don't know the background, but that's all that I imagine, right? It's just like that's a response to a statement of task. The lady's giving the statement of task and he's responding, right? So what types of scientific data currently collected and archived by NASA or other civilian government entities should be synthesized and analyzed to potentially shed light on the nature and origins of WAP? Finding: NASA's fleet of Earth-observing satellites should play a powerful supporting role to determine the environmental conditions that coincide with WAP. Finding: it is essential to note the pivotal role that structured data curation plays in a rigorous and evidence-based framework to better understand WAP. We cannot stress enough, you cannot just shove a fuckload of A4 8.5 by 11 pictures through a door frame and expect to understand what UFOs are. NASA has a variety of existing and planned Earth and space observing assets, together with an extensive archive of historic and current datasets, which should be used to address the challenges of detecting and or understanding WAP. NASA's fleet of Earth observing satellites collect the most data within the Earth system, yet they typically lack the spatial resolution to detect relatively small objects such as WAP. However, they still should play a powerful supporting role to determine the environmental conditions that coincide with WAP. Sorry, I had a drink. This is a lot. For example, the advanced sensors on the Terra and Aqua missions should be directly utilized to retroactively probe the state of the local Earth, ocean, and atmospheric conditions that are spatially and temporally coincident with WAP, initially detected via other methods. Thus, NASA can help determine whether specific environmental factors are associated with reported WAP properties or occurrences. This is ball lightning. This is ball lightning. This is ball lightning. This is ball lightning. That's all I'm reading in all caps over and over again. That's all I see down this page. There are other promising civilian capabilities that can be employed to scrutinize WAP. Assets such as the NEXRAD Doppler radar network, 160 weather radars jointly operated by the FAA, U.S. Air Force, and National Weather Service, or the geostationary operational environmental satellites will be essential for distinguishing interesting objects from airborne clutter. Wow. Furthermore, forthcoming large sky surveys enabled by ground-based telescopes such as the Vera-C Rubin Observatory will offer powerful complements in the search for anomalous objects beyond the Earth's atmosphere. Not that most WAPs are found beyond the Earth's atmosphere. We cannot stress enough. Sorry if I'm disappearing. I just gotta get some more water. I am a thirsty they, them here. NASA...
Legend of Bedwater.
That's right, the Legend of Bedwater. We love Bedwater. NASA also has substantial experience in synthetic aperture radar, which can provide a much higher angular resolution images of Earth, as well as confirm surface motion and change. Yup, that's motion. Identifying motion. The panel sees particular promise of future SAR-based Earth-observing satellites such as NISAR, NASA ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar mission, a partnership with the Indian Space Research Organization. Ooh.
Can I interject?
Yes?
I like how that acronym is an acronym of two acronyms.
It's powerful. It's powerful, yeah. I hope that there's a secret extra acronym in there somewhere. The excellent resolution of NISAR will provide valuable radar data that will potentially be critical for examining WAP directly, in addition to their environmental context. SAR systems will also provide critical validation of any truly anomalous properties, such as rapid acceleration or high G maneuvers through the Doppler signatures they produce. That's interesting, because one of the things about the let's put it the real ones, right? Because they're not all fucking weather balloons, right? There's a bunch of... The reason this has gone on as far as it's gone on is because people have seen shit doing things that they can't understand. But there's all kinds of things that they could be. But if something solid, if something with mass is moving through the air at like Mach 7, it's gonna look at, like, you're gonna leave a signature. You know what I'm saying? You can't just move through the air at 7 times the speed of sound and not leave any trace. Irrespective of the source of the observation, it is essential to note the pivotal role that structured data curation plays in a rigorous and evidence-based framework to better understand WAP. To date, WAP data often consist of observations initially acquired for other purposes, which often lack adequate metadata and are not optimized for scientific analysis. Oh my god, I am laughing at this picture.
Look at that bullet bill.
I'm not even seeing it yet. Here, NASA, with its world-leading expertise in curation, archiving, and distribution of large volumes of data, can play a key role. NASA's adherence to FAIR, findability, accessibility, interoperability, and reusability data principles when generating curated data repositories enables both scientists and citizen scientists to conduct data mining and meaningful analysis. I love the emphasis on meaningful. In addition, due to the absence of a comprehensive system for gathering civilian WAP reports, there are inconsistencies in how data is collected, processed, and curated. The application of NASA's rigor to WAP data protocols will ultimately be essential for a detailed understanding of these phenomena. South Asian object. Is that it's the
Look at the bullet bill.
The object. Footage taken by an MQ-9 of an unidentified object in South Asia with an apparent atmospheric wave or cavitation, later assessed as a likely commercial aircraft by the Aero. The cavitation is likely a sensor artifact resulting from video compression.
Great.
Fuck, I can see it. Look.
Yeah, the pixels are moving a little bit. Yeah, it's pixels moving.
The appearance of U.S. Department of Defense visual information does not imply or constitute Department of Defense endorsement. That's really funny.
Wow.
Let me find out what an MQ-9 is first, before we continue. MQ-9. Ah, a Reaper drone.
Plane.
No, it's a Reaper drone. We fucking hate these things. Also known as the Predator B.
What the fuck? Why'd you name your thing that?
Because it's the murder drone. It's the killing machine.
Great. I fucking hate it. It looks stupid too.
Yeah.
It's got a stupid face.
Let me be clear. I ended about 50,000 people's lives with these fuckers.
Good lord.
Yeah. That kind of brought the mood down. Let's keep going. Finding. The U.S. commercial remote sensing industry offers a potent mix of Earth-observing sensors that have the collective potential to directly resolve WAP events. The potential to resolve a WAP. It's a powerful potential. What types of scientific data currently collected and held by nonprofits and companies should be synthesized and analyzed to potentially shed light on the nature and origins of WAP? The U.S. commercial remote sensing industry offers a potent mix of Earth-observing sensors that have the collective potential to directly resolve WAP events. For instance, commercial satellite constellations provide imagery at sub to several meter spatial resolution, which is well matched to the typical spatial scales of known WAP. In addition, the high temporal cadence offered by commercial remote sensing networks can substantially increase the likelihood of providing retroactive coverage of WAP events that are initially observed via other means. The limitation on this data is that at any given time, most of the Earth's surface is not covered by commercial satellites at high resolution. For a particular WAP event, we will need to be fortunate to obtain high-resolution observations from space. So, yeah, that's one of the problems. We do have a few fucking ridiculous high-res satellites that can look at like a foot radius, but they're not everywhere on Earth every time. Beyond
Hope
this...
they have better luck than the pitch drop experiment, where whenever it dropped, the camera stopped working.
Mm-hmm. Beyond this, the panel applauds the efforts undertaken in the private sector and the U.S. academic community to employ one or more inexpensive ground-based sensors that are capable of surveying large areas of the sky. Such sensors, which could potentially be rapidly deployed to areas of known WAP activity, may play a key role in establishing so-called pattern of activity trends, as well as potentially the physical characteristics of WAP themselves. What do you mean by areas of known WAP activity? That is the most interesting thing in this whole fucking PDF so far. Can I
It's
go?
like people who are like, oh, the place where Ross will happen. That's aliens love to go there. It's definitely going to happen there over and over again.
Because NASA acknowledging areas of known WAP activity implies that they know about areas where WAP activity is higher than normal. I'd love to know about that. That's really interesting.
The aliens' favorite vacation spot.
Finding. The standardization of collected information via well-crafted calibration will make it possible to carry out a rigorous scientific investigation into WAP. NASA's experience in this area will be vital. Finding. NASA should leverage its considerable expertise in this domain to potentially utilize multispectral or hyperspectral data as part of a rigorous campaign. That is to say, look at more than radar or camera for once. For God's sake, please. Which, again, this feels like, someone with a science background getting really mad at this UFO shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, please, being shoved like the 500th blurry fucking, fighter jet radome greeting and going, I can't fucking do shit with this. I've told you 1,000,000 times. If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. This is nothing. This is a blob. It could be anything. Once more, however, robust data calibration is vital, and here NASA again can play an important advisory role. The calibration process ensures that information gathered from sensors and instruments is precise, dependable, and devoid of any systematic errors or biases. In the case of WAP studies, where data often originates from instruments not specifically designed for detecting such objects, proper calibration becomes even more crucial. In turn, metadata, which provides contextual information such as sensor type, manufacturer details, and noise characteristics and time of acquisition, must simultaneously be present for an accurate characterization of both a potential WAP as well as the sensor itself. Indeed, several apparent WAP have been demonstrated to be sensor artifacts once appropriate calibration and metadata scrutiny were applied. Although a substantial investment, the standardization of collected information via well-crafted calibration will make it possible to carry out a rigorous scientific investigation into WAP. NASA's experience in this area will be essential. So to clarify, that means that a lot of this is like the JPEG compression. Like, people are looking at fucking Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff and being like, is this shit an alien? Is this shit in the corner next to Jeff's face an alien? And it's like, no, it's not. And part of the problem is that, again, military airmen usually fly military craft. And for obvious reasons, with a military craft, you can't just fucking tell everybody what it's fucking rocking. Because that's classified. Only War Thunder players get to know what's in there. They're the only ones who have access.
What if the War Thunder people are the ones who finally find the aliens?
That'll be great. If it's just like, hey, yo, the range on this fucking plane is dog shit and I can prove it. Here's this fucking leak of fucking aliens that we got off this fucking plane. You better rebalance that shit. That's what's gonna happen. What other types of scientific data should be collected by NASA to enhance the potential for developing an understanding of the nature and origins of WAP? To improve our understanding of WAP, NASA should contribute to a comprehensive approach to collecting data within the broader whole-of-government framework to understand WAP. The importance of detecting WAP with multiple, well-calibrated sensors is paramount, and NASA should leverage its considerable expertise in this domain to potentially utilize multispectral or hyperspectral data as part of a rigorous campaign to acquire additional data on future WAP. In addition, forthcoming large-sky surveys enabled by federal ground-based assets, including the Vera-C-Rubin Observatory, will collect vast quantities of data which can be directly used to search for anomalous objects beyond the Earth's atmosphere. Again, they're hedging their bets here. They're gonna be like, we want to move past UFOs, but let me throw you a little treat. Let me throw you a little bit of prosciutto, so you could fucking sit the fuck down. The data signatures are vast, and theories predict novel signatures help guide our searches. It is imperative to set clear evidence thresholds to avoid errors, especially with automated methods. Furthermore, purpose-built future sensors for WAP detection should be designed to adjust on millisecond timescales to aid better detection. Damn, they're going for it. In lockstep, alert systems should detect and share transient information quickly and uniformly. They're getting their mileage out of this, you know what I mean? Like, millisecond timescale detection of objects in the sky. And you can tell that this is going to play with the DoD people. You tell them that shit, they get sprung. They get fucking rock hard. The panel notes that at present, gathering data on WAP is hampered by sensor calibration challenges and a lack of sensor metadata. In short, calibration ensures that future data gathered are reliable and accurate, while gathering metadata, such as the time, location, and sensor observing modes, ensures that the contextual environmental factors of a recorded WAP event are well known. Both in turn allow for systematic analyses of WAP events and critically will enable the elimination of false positives due to sensor artifacts. The JPEG compression. Making a concerted effort to improve both aspects will be vital when gathering future data, and here NASA's expertise should be comprehensively leveraged as part of a robust and systematic data strategy within the whole of government framework. Finding. NASA's expertise should be comprehensively leveraged as part of a robust and systematic data strategy within the whole of government framework.
It's doing that thing that I fucking hate in pamphlets and magazines where they just say the same thing that they've already said.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of understand why it's done so people who skim over shit can read it, but it's like, I tend to read everything.
This time, the person who's skimming over it is fucking Dianne Feinstein when she's remembering that she's got, like, when she's remembering who she is. So you really got to. You're looking at fucking decrepit fucking senators skimming this shit, and they're like, finding this thing that we just like, we saw it with the press conference. We saw... fucking Bill Nelson out there repeating 15 million times, and this jackass immediately comes up and be like, how could you rule out they're not aliens, bro? And it's like,
That's true. The audience needs this.
as I the fuck said, as I said multiple times, as I laid out on the table for you, that's not what I said, motherfucker. The panel also sees several advantages to augmenting potential data collection efforts using modern crowdsourcing techniques, including open-source smartphone-based apps that simultaneously gather imaging data and other smartphone sensor data from multiple citizen observers. NASA should therefore explore the viability of developing or acquiring such a crowdsourcing system as part of a future data strategy. This would be cool if the Department of Defense weren't getting its hands on the data in the last instance.
Yeah.
Like that kind of kills my joy for it a little bit. I still, if you're gonna have a WAP app, you might as well have NASA WAP app. But as stated above, NASA's fleet of Earth observing satellites must also play a key role in collecting future data on environmental conditions coinciding with WAP sightings. Despite the mismatch in spatial resolution between the present generation of satellites and typical WAP events, by gathering and analyzing future satellite data, we will undoubtedly gain insights into the typical environmental factors associated with WAPs. Further missions, such as the NOAA-NASA Geostationary Extended Observations (GeoExo) satellite system, will provide even more robust data, which will prove important in WAP analysis. NASA should also leverage sensors that can expand its observational reach, such as penetrating deeper into the ocean or the air-sea interfaces. And these are important because the most famous one from the 2017 New York Times article mentioned the air-sea interface quite a few times. That was one of the ones that multiple people saw and that multiple radars saw, but obviously people aren't, convinced that it's anything. Neither am I, not at this point. Just in general, if there was more there, people in the congressional hearings we wouldn't have congressional hearings with people that have talked about being accosted by wolfmen. You know what I mean? Like, that's a bit of a red flag. Next, collection efforts from radio and optical astronomy that are designed for technosignature searches should be expanded from Earth's atmosphere to the whole solar system. Technosignature searches, that's fun. Additionally, near-Earth objects, NEO programs, also have significant data collections about phenomena close to Earth's atmosphere, which constitutes an untapped repository of data both for characterizing natural phenomena and anomalies. NASA should consider integrating these elements as part of a robust future data strategy. Finally, NASA's very involvement in gathering future data will play an important role in reducing stigma associated with WAP reporting, which very likely leads to data attrition at present. NASA's long-standing public trust, which is essential for communicating findings about these phenomena to citizens, is crucial for destigmatizing WAP reporting in scientific research. The scientific processes used by NASA encourage critical thinking. They love playing this hit. NASA can model for the public how to approach the topic, such as WAP, by applying transparent reporting and rigorous analyses when acquiring future data. So basically what they're saying here is the old shit we can do nothing with. It's like they have written it off time and time again. But moving forward, we can model for people. We can be a role model for how to approach this, and that is, again, so telling. They are saying so much there.
Yeah.
About what they think is necessary here. Middle East object. Oh my god. Footage taken by a Reaper drone of an apparent silver orb-like object in the Middle East. Due to limited data, the object remains unidentified. The Reaper drone.
Weather balloon.
The Reaper drone proceeded to fire multiple missiles at this object. The appearance of U.S. Department of Defense visual information does not imply or constitute Department of Defense endorsement. In this case, I presume they mean we don't endorse the Department of Defense.
Yeah, which is super fucking funny.
Because, fuck, this looks like a human being. I don't like this. I don't like this.
I just think it looks like the weather balloon from earlier.
No.
Oh, you mean that guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a human.
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like the implications here. This is the ball. This is the ball, though, and that's really funny. That's really fucking funny when you put it in the whole...
So, it's smaller than the human, so it's probably not even a weather balloon, unless if there's, perspective trickery that's fucking with me.
Yeah, I don't know. This thing is fucking funny.
It is.
This is a silly little guy, and I hope that it prevented this guy from getting blown up. That's all I have to say. Finding. AI and ML take a shot.
I can't. It's all gone.
Lick your can, I guess, combined with
No.
NASA's extensive expertise, should be utilized to investigate the nature and the origins of WAP. I guess you can, like, hold the can up to the mic and flick it with your finger. That's something, right? There you go. There you go. We'll be doing that throughout
I got a BRB again.
Go for it. Do you want me to just keep rolling?
You can, like, read it and then, like, summarize it for me.
Sure. Which scientific analysis techniques currently in production could be employed to assess the nature and origins of WAP? Which types of analysis techniques should be developed? Artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning, ML, have proven to be essential tools for identifying rare occurrences within vast datasets. Here, let me do it too. This is not a can. This is a can of Lysol, but it's about the spirit of the thing. These methodologies, combined with NASA's extensive experience and expertise, should be utilized to investigate the nature and origins of WAP by examining data from sources such as satellites and radar systems. However, the effectiveness of AI and ML in studying WAP depends critically on the quality of the data used to train the AI and subsequent analysis. At present, WAP analysis is more limited by the quality of data than by the availability of techniques. As a consequence, it is a higher priority to obtain better quality data than it is to develop new analysis techniques. Pretty fucking telling. Once Aero and other agencies, including NASA, accumulate an extensive and well-curated catalog of the baseline data, these can be used to train neural networks so that they can characterize deviations from normal. The panel finds that standard techniques that are routinely applied in astronomy, particle physics, and other areas of science could be adapted for these analyses.
I'm back. Are they talking about machine learning?
They are. I had to grab a can of Lysol and tap it, just to just to keep it up. But basically, what they're saying is, again, more or less what I was mentioning before. Like, astrophysicists use machine learning a lot. They use it for pretty normal stuff. They have a million zillion galaxies to look through, and they have little guys that basically go, tell me if the galaxy's weird, otherwise shove it into a category. That's their job. And they're like, we got those systems. Those systems are up and running. They're purring along like a fucking kitten. But what we really need is better data. Like, they just said it again. The data is dog shit.
They're always saying that the data is so bad, it's so terrible, we have to find good ones.
Once Aero and other agencies, including NASA, accumulate an extensive and well-curated catalog of baseline data, these can be used to train neural networks so that they can characterize deviations from normal. The panel finds that standard techniques that are routinely applied in astronomy, particle physics, and other areas of science can be adapted for these analyses. Like I said, we already got the software. All we need is data that it's not shit. We need baselines of planes, of balloons, in all kinds of angles and in all kinds of locations and all kinds of sensing modes, so that we can have the little guy look at it and tell us if something's weird. When it comes to detecting anomalies, such as WAP within datasets, there are two approaches. The first approach involves constructing a model that represents the expected signal characteristics and searching for any matches against this model. The second approach involves using a model of the background properties and searching for anything that deviates from the model. The panel notes that the first approach is difficult as we do not possess a consistent description of the physical characteristics of WAP. The second approach, on the other hand, requires an understanding of what is considered normal and known in a given search area, which can then be distinguished from what is unusual and unknown. Aero has already begun this task by studying what normal phenomena, such as solar glint or balloons, look like to military sensors. The program of systematically calibrating observations of normal is an essential step before starting to search for the abnormal. So the DoD is, I'm sorry to say, actually doing work. That's never a good sign. But it is important work if we are going to figure out what a WAP is. Because solar glint or balloons, like, they're trying to get their sensors better. And again, that's one of those things of a lot of people are looking at the budget for this UFO shit, and they're seeing opportunity. And a lot of that opportunity is just in every department. Some people at the DoD are like, we need to make our sensors a little better. Finding. NASA, with its expertise in data calibration, management, and advanced analysis, is well positioned to take a central role in these efforts. Can't wait to read this sentence again. A third potential avenue for scientific analysis is to cross-correlate NASA's extensive databases with the locations and times of reported WAP events. Once an extensive list of WAP reports is made available, the panel regards this as a promising method for future analysis. Again, NASA's expertise in AI and ML will allow it to make a prominent contribution. For any scientific analysis purposes, including WAP analysis, it is essential that the data used for AI and ML are collected according to rigorous standards. The data must be collected using calibrated instruments tailored to their respective use cases, accompanied by metadata to facilitate calibration and contextual comprehension. Proper curation and integration of data are also critical for enabling scientific analysis. To establish a baseline understanding and examination of known events with precisely calibrated instruments is also necessary. NASA, with its expertise in data calibration, management, and advanced analysis, is well positioned to take a central role in these efforts within the whole of government framework to assess WAP. In considering the factors above, what basic physical constraints can be placed on the nature and origins of WAP? Okay, that's interesting. Observations of WAP to date are inconsistent and do not adhere to similar characteristics. As a consequence, it is difficult to put physical constraints on them at present, which provides a strong motivation for the rigorous evidence-based framework articulated in this report. The strongest physical constraints are not on the anomalous events, but on the conventional events. We know the range of velocities and accelerations that can be achieved by state-of-the-art platforms, drones, balloons, and planes. Deviations from this behavior, such as any well-characterized observation of velocities and accelerations outside of that range, are scientifically interesting for WAP assessment and analysis. The panel emphasizes that clearly determining distances is key to understanding and corroborating any claimed anomalous high velocity and high acceleration events, a fact borne out by Arrow's findings that the vast majority of WAP have prosaic explanations. So, what can we say about WAPs? We can't say shit. We
don't fucking know.
We don't fucking know. But again, so much of this is bound up in making sure that things that look like they're moving fast are actually moving fast. Because it could be a parallax illusion that makes it look like it's moving at a million zillion miles an hour. Parallax...
Like planes look like they're going really slowly.
They make planes look like they're going really slowly or going backwards. They're doing loop-de-loops, and all that shit is components of WAP mythology. Obviously, like, if you calibrate your sensors, then you can say that that thing going at this distance is going at million zillion miles per hour. But if you don't, then you can't. You're just up shit creek without a panel. Halfway through. Finding.
Our eyes deceive us a lot.
Finding. The panel regards placing physical constraints on WAP together with a suite of plausible natures and origins as being within reach. And I suspect that they would believe that it is a bunch of sensor fuckery. If the whole of government framework to understanding WAP, with NASA playing a crucial role, were to implement the preponderance of steps described above, then the panel regards placing physical constraints on WAP together with a suite of plausible natures and origins as being within reach. If all unidentified events move at conventional speeds and accelerations, this likely points towards a conventional explanation for these events. That's really funny. Convincing evidence of verified anomalous accelerations of velocity would point towards potentially novel explanations for WAP. If you want us to say that it's aliens, these fuckers better be moving at 2,000 miles an hour or above, and turning on a dime. If they're not, then they're planes and balloons and shit. So you better calibrate your sensors. Like, this is kind of throwing down the gauntlet a little bit in a very, very diplomatic way. A very diplomatic way. But it's like, for us to do actual science, for us to give you the answers that you want, here's what we're going to need. We're going to need really good sensors. We're going to need them very well calibrated. It doesn't matter if they're top of the line, if they're calibrated to fuck all. We're going to need multiple data sources. We're going to need multiple spectrums. So, what civilian airspace data related to WAPs have been collected by government agencies and are available for analysis to A, inform efforts to better understand the nature and origins of WAPs, and B, determine the risk of WAPs to the national airspace. Man, the Mars attacks angle is making me, like it's a little bit much. Finding. With its world-leading expertise in data curation and organization, NASA is well positioned to advise on the best methodologies for establishing repositories of civilian airspace data. Government agencies, including the FAA, gather civilian airspace data that can be analyzed to probe for WAP. Love to probe for WAP. These data include information obtained from air traffic control towers and radar systems. However, it is essential to note that such data are not always optimized for suitable for rigorous scientific analysis or WAP. So basically, a lot of airspace data just isn't ready for prime time. The observations almost always happen incidentally during using instruments not specifically designed for detecting objects. I love the idea of an instrument designed for detecting an object. Furthermore, crucial contextual information in the form of metadata is often missing. Although civilian airspace data has been used by Aero to assist with the analysis of isolated WAP cases, the broad corpus of such data is unlikely to yield a global understanding of the size, movement, or nature of WAP. Furthermore, at present, there is no standardized federal system for making civilian WAP reports. While Aero is establishing a systematic mechanism for military and intelligence community WAP reports, current FAA guidelines instruct citizens wanting to report WAP to contact local law enforcement or one or more non-governmental organizations. Ah, yes, we're passing our UFO reports through fucking cops in fucking bumfuck Mississippi. As a result, the collection of data is sparse, unsystematic, and lacks any curation of vetting protocols. Sounds like something that local law enforcement have touched. Here, once more, NASA can provide important assistance to the whole of government effort to understand WAP. With its world-leading expertise in data curation and organization, NASA is well positioned to advise on the best methodologies for establishing repositories of civilian airspace data. So at this point, NASA's basically stepping in as organizer. Like, the data that we're getting is just 15 million different kinds of shit, and they need to be one kind of shit, and the FAA needs to collect it instead of sending it off to the cops. Don't send your scientific data off to the cops, please. What current reporting protocols and air traffic management data acquisition systems can be modified to acquire additional data on past and future WAPs? WAPs to come, WAPs that have been, WAPs that are yet to be. Finding. Leveraging the Aviation Safety Reporting System for commercial pilot WAP reporting would provide a critical database. It is clear to the panel that establishing a more robust systematic framework and data repository for WAP reporting is essential. This particularly applies to civilian reporting of WAP. Current FAA guidelines suggest that citizens wanting to report WAP contact their local law enforcement or one or more non-governmental organizations, which is inadequate for drawing scientific inferences. Tom DeLonge is not an appropriate subject when you see a WAP. Although such eyewitness reports are often interesting and compelling, they are insufficient on their own for making definitive conclusions about WAP. Thus, their effective corroboration within a robust reporting and follow-up framework based on systematically gathered data, including the ATM system, can provide a useful tool for understanding WAP. A particularly promising avenue for deeper integration within a systematic evidence-based framework is the NASA Aviation Safety Reporting System, ASRS, which NASA administers for the FAA. This is that NACA type shit that they had. Oh, we got another blob! We got another blob!
It's a face! It's screaming!
This system is a confidential, voluntary, non-punitive reporting system that receives safety reports from pilots, air traffic controllers, dispatchers, cabin crew, ground operators, maintenance technicians, and UAS operators that provides a unique data source for emerging UAS issues. ASRS receives reports describing close calls, hazards, violations, and safety-related incidents. With 47 years of confidential safety reporting, ASRS has received more than 1,940,000 reports, averaging approximately 100,000 per year. Reports they're good. Reports are received from all aspects of aviation operations. Although the system resides at NASA Ames and involves NASA employees, the ASRS program is solely funded by FAA, and it is not part of NASA's aeronautics activity. Although not initially designed for WAP collection, leveraging this system for commercial pilot WAP reporting would provide a critical database that would be valuable for the whole of government effort to understand WAP, and here NASA should provide technical assistance. Let's look at this one. South Asian Object, Image 2. It's our friend from South Asia. Footage taken by a Reaper drone of an unidentified object in South Asia with an apparent atmospheric wave or cavitation, later assessed as a likely commercial aircraft by the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office. The cavitation is likely a sensor artifact resulting from video compression.
Yep.
It's screaming. It hates it.
It's either like a yelling face or a teddy bear.
I see the teddy bear. Bear. That's good. And again, the appearance of U.S. Department of Defense DoD visual information does not imply or constitute DoD endorsement.
You have to keep saying we don't necessarily support these guys.
Whether they endorse us or we endorse them, that's up for you to decide. This fucking clown show. What potential enhancements to future ATM development efforts can be recommended to acquire data concerning future reported WAPs to assist in the effort to better understand the nature and origin of the WAPs? The WAPs this time? Finding. NASA's strong partnership with the FAA will be pivotal to designing future air traffic management systems to acquire WAP data. NASA's deep experience in researching and developing air traffic management tools, together with a strong partnership with the FAA, will be pivotal to designing future ATM systems to acquire WAP data. At present, surveillance instruments are not designed to detect anomalous objects, and associated metadata are often absent. NASA should begin by developing new concepts and ideas for ATM systems, which enable these systems to assist in the effort to better understand WAP. NASA should leverage its expertise by reviewing and demonstrating passive sensing techniques. NASA should also consider platforms that include new types of data such as imaging data and even multispectral or hyperspectral data. In turn, NASA could conduct research to see whether machine learning algorithms could be incorporated into future ATM systems to detect and analyze WAP in real time. This research would represent a complex undertaking whose outcome could allow for substantial and systematic gathering WAP data, as well as that says allow for substantial and systematic gathering, not an of. I think I found a typo. As well as a robust characterization of the background. Once again, NASA's experience and expertise in these areas would allow it to provide critical assistance in identifying and evaluating new safety systems. Good God. Oh! Ooh.
Spirals.
A lot of spirals. Uzumaki is happening in this one. The NASA Space Shuttle STS-100 image captures naturally occurring von Karman vortices forming in clouds near Rishiri-to Island in Japan, caused by a stable low-cloud atmosphere flowing over a tall obstacle. I told you.
That's really cool.
Uzumaki's happening. It's here.
God, I'm so excited for the anime adaptation of that.
Crossover with NASA. Confirmed. We're getting towards the end game now. Overall conclusions and recommendations. We recommend that NASA play a prominent role in the whole-of-government effort to understand WAP by leveraging its extensive expertise to contribute to a comprehensive, evidence-based approach that is rooted in the scientific method. We specifically recommend that NASA utilize its existing and planned Earth-observing assets to probe the local environmental conditions associated with WAP that are initially detected by other means. In so doing, NASA can directly probe whether certain environmental factors are coincident with known WAP. We further recommend that NASA explore enhancing collaborations with the U.S. commercial remote sensing industry, which offer powerful constellations of high-resolution Earth-observing satellites. At present, the detection of WAP is often serendipitous, captured by sensors that were not designed or calibrated for this purpose, and which lack comprehensive metadata. Coupled with incomplete data archiving and curation, this means that the origin of numerous WAP remain uncertain. The importance of detecting WAP with multiple, well-calibrated sensors is thus paramount. And accordingly, we recommend that NASA leverage its considerable expertise in this domain to potentially utilize multispectral or hyperspectral data as part of a rigorous data acquisition campaign. In turn, the panel finds that sophisticated data analysis techniques, including artificial intelligence and machine learning, must be used in a comprehensive WAP detection campaign when coupled with systematic data gathering and robust curation. Here, we recommend that NASA's expertise in these key areas, be contributed to the whole-of-government WAP effort. The panel finds that public engagement in the effort to better understand WAP will be vital. NASA, by lending its name to WAP studies, is already helping to reduce stigma associated with reporting. Beyond this, we recommend that NASA explore the viability of developing or acquiring a crowdsourcing system, such as open-source smartphone-based apps, to gather imaging data and other smartphone sensor data from multiple citizen observers as part of a wider effort to more systematically gather public WAP reports. Lastly, we recommend that the Aviation Safety Reporting System for commercial pilot WAP reporting be better leveraged, providing a critical database for the whole-of-government effort to understand WAP. The agency's long history of partnership with the FAA should also be capitalized to investigate how advanced real-time analysis techniques could be applied to future generations of air traffic management systems. In conclusion, NASA is uniquely positioned to contribute to a robust and systematic approach to studying WAP, furthering its mission of advancing scientific knowledge, technical expertise, and exploration. When considering the above recommendations according to budget priorities, NASA should leverage its core capabilities and expertise to determine whether it should take a leading or supporting role in implementing a given recommendation. The positioning of NASA's role should further be situated within the context of the broader whole-of-government approach to understanding WAP. You know what I find critical? You know what I find interesting? They've shown a bunch of WAP pictures, and every single one of them, they said, this looks fake, bro.
Yeah.
Dog.
We don't know what this is. It's like, it's either JPEG artifacting or we don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It could be anything.
Like, that's the most WAP of them all. Sunset over the Indian Ocean, photographed by an Expedition 23 crew member on the ISS.
That's even prettier than the last one.
Yeah, the sunset game on the ISS is fucking ridiculous. If you play the sunset game wrong, though, you look at the sun without any atmosphere protecting you, so you get fucked.
Right.
Acknowledgements. The compilation of this report has been a significant task, made possible only through the collective efforts of a dedicated team of professionals. We would like to take a moment to acknowledge and express our gratitude to those who have been instrumental in this endeavor. At the forefront, our profound appreciation goes to NASA for their unwavering support and commitment. We are deeply grateful to NASA Administrator Senator Bill Nelson for his visionary approach, recognizing the importance of NASA's involvement in this initiative. Dr. Daniel Evans, our designated federal official, has provided exceptional leadership and guidance throughout this study. Our gratitude extends to Science Mission Director and Associate Administrator Dr. Nikki Fox and her predecessor, Dr. Thomas Zurbuchen, for their invaluable advice. Additionally, a special mention must be made of NASA's Earth Science Division for graciously hosting this activity under the Earth Science Advisory Committee. Handling media inquiries with finesse and professionalism, they must have been on short supply with the kind of things that we've seen. Catherine Roloff, NASA's WAP press secretary, has been an essential pillar in our communication strategy. Her dedication to ensuring accurate and effective communication of our findings to the public has been commendable. Our sincere thanks go to Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick, the director of Aero. His expertise and collaboration have been invaluable, enriching our understanding and providing a solid foundation for our committee's work. Last but certainly not least, the staff of NASA Research and Education Support Services, NRES, have been the unsung heroes behind the scenes, ensuring that every logistical detail was meticulously addressed. We would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Renee Atkins and Sharon Smallwood for their dedication and unwavering support. To all mentioned and the countless others who have contributed behind the scenes, we extend our deepest gratitude. Your commitment, expertise, and passion have been the driving force behind this report, and we are profoundly thankful for your contributions.
Aw.
Oh my God! They pulled out the big borders now. Work products. Man, I should have been pre-gaming with some liquor for this. Not that I do that much.
You don't really drink, but
I don't
for
drink.
this you will.
I teetotal. The panel's responses to the 8 charge elements in the terms of reference, as well as the panel's overall recommendations and conclusions, all stemmed from a series of sub-panel reports that the entire team deliberated in full at the public meeting held on May 31st. Reports are included in this section for full public transparency. Okay. Okay, do I have it in me to do 10 pages of this? Oh my God.
There's an image. Let's look at the image.
Yeah, let's look at the image. Oh, okay, I can
Go
read it.
fast.
Yeah, I've heard of Go Fast. A well-known WAP event is the Go Fast video recorded by Navy aviators from the USS Theodore Roosevelt. This is the one that Tom DeLonge loves. A still frame from this video is shown in the figure below, where the infrared camera has locked onto a small object in the center. The video gives an impression of an object skimming above the ocean at a great velocity. But analysis of the numerical information on the display reveals a less extraordinary interpretation. Oh man. Oh man, let's go.
Let's go.
The circled numbers in the image provide information needed to estimate the object's altitude and velocity. This information includes 1. Elevation angle of the camera. Negative equals downward. Negative 35 degrees on the picture shown right here. Yeah, let me zoom in a little bit. We don't need the borders, because this is a tiny image from 2005. Yeah. This was the best that the military had back then, and to be fair, it's mid.
2005 and Tom DeLonge is still into it.
Yeah, because this came out in 2017. Like this
okay, I understand.
This is the New York Times one.
Okay.
All right. So, azimuth angle of the camera, 50 degrees, presumably left. I don't know. Yeah, sure. 3. Target range in nautical miles, 3.4. It looks like. The aircraft's altitude in feet, which is looking like 25,000. Okay. Time reference in seconds. Okay. Indicated airspeed in knots. All right. Using items 1, 3, and 4, plus a bit of trigonometry, we're pulling out the trig. We calculate that the object is at an altitude of 13,000 feet and 4.2 miles from the ocean behind it. See middle panel. Given that the aircraft's ground speed is about 435 miles per hour, which my armored core hits, we may conclude that the impression of rapid motion is at least partly due to the high velocity of the sensor, coupled with a parallax effect. Remember when I mentioned that? Remember when I mentioned that? Fucking foreshadowing. We can use other information from the display to place some limits on the true velocity of the object. This analysis is summarized in the right-hand panel, which depicts an overhead view of the encounter during a 22-second interval. Yeah? I see what you're saying. Object. I love that. Object flight path, 39 kilometers. Jet flight path, zoom. 40 miles per hour.
That's
wow.
nothing.
Blinding speed. I mean, I'd love to hover in the air at 40 miles per hour. But, like, you know, a object. That could be a balloon.
That's so alien, though. How can it go that fast?
40, I know. My Honda Element can just about push that speed. Okay. We could use other information from the display to place some limits on the true velocity of the object. This analysis is summarized in the right-hand panel, which depicts an overhead view of the encounter during the 22-second interval. The jet was banking left about 15 degrees during this time, which corresponds to an approximate turning radius of 16 kilometers. We know the range of bearing of the object at the start times 0 and the end time 22 second times. Using the calculated true airspeed and a bit more trigonometry, we find the object moved about 390 meters during this 22-second interval, which corresponds to an average speed of 40 miles an hour. This is the typical wind speed at 13,000 feet. That's amazing. Our calculation has neglected the wind effects on the aircraft, and thus there is uncertainty in the result. But the analysis reveals that the object need not be moving at an extraordinary velocity. Note also that the object appears bright against a dark ocean for these display settings. This indicates that the object is colder than the ocean. There is thus no evidence of heat produced by a propulsion system. This further supports the conjecture that the object is most likely drifting with the wind. The availability of additional data would enable a more firm conclusion about the nature of this object.
That's so fucking funny.
An original Go Fast video. Naver. Let's see. Aw, what the fuck is this?
Check out these files.
Yeah. I mean, it's all the files.
Go Fast at WMD.
That's the one. Oh, come on. Damn it. This is gonna be hard to show. Yeah, this is gonna be too hard to show. No worries.
You just have that on your computer now?
It's Go Fast is just on there now.
The file name is fucking funny too. It's like something you'd find on the internet in like 2005.
Yeah, it's because they're like, fuck, it's going fast. Like the pilots are saying that in the background. I'm sure we can find Go Fast on YouTube. Let's do Go Fast on YouTube.
Let's not look at the comments because it's gonna be upsetting.
Yeah. No, this is not the Go Fast that we want. Yeah, this is the one. History.com.
History.com.
Yeah. Look at her go. Neum. It's not moving that fast.
They're so excited about this thing.
Did you box moving target? No, I took an auto track. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow.
They're going
I
fucking
like how
nuts.
that's the loudest video we've had.
Yeah, that shit was ear piercing. The pilot's going nuts.
They're so excited for something that just turned out to be like, I don't know, like a feather. I don't know what it could be.
A
If it's like
balloon.
drifting in the wind, then it's like probably not that heavy.
Yeah.
God, that's so funny. And there's our friend.
There's our friend. We're on here right now.
Yay.
Your location.
Doxed. Oh no.
That's
Every
right.
person on Earth just got doxed.
Live on stream. Toxic streamer. So I think that kind of concludes it for this.
Yeah,
for today's stream.
This was never before seen double feature, I would say. I'd
Yeah.
be surprised if someone else was doing a Nintendo NASA Direct. combo.
Crazy bullshit. Crazy bullshit.
Which do you think was better?
I think Nintendo had the better announcements. I think Nintendo had the better lineup. The NASA lineup of announcements, it just wasn't what really
I was
that.
expecting more, yeah. Like in Nintendo, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have zero expectation. But for NASA, I'm going, oh yeah, we're gonna really have something really funny. And they did have kind of funny things, but it was mostly just like them being so tired, just so tired.
People like threatening scientists with death because of alien
Yeah,
stuff, like
sucked.
just deeply cringe shit.
Yeah.
Public briefings and presentations. Yeah, we saw that. Principles. Let's see. We got anything? Nah, we're good. Bridge program. No, we're good.
I hope this shuts some people up at least.
Yeah, I hope it calms some people down. NASA
Yeah.
can have that effect, I hope.
Yeah.
NASA, I mean, there's a lot here, you know what I mean? The politicization
Yeah.
of NASA is kind of front and center to me, because, they don't get budget for researching climate change, but they do get budget for helping the Department of Defense in its fucking wild goose chase.
And even though that happens in their own PDF, they're going like, well, we don't necessarily support these guys.
Or they don't necessarily support us. I don't know which is
Who
worse.
knows? Either option is kind of weird.
Yeah. So, I'd say that Nintendo had the bigger lineup. Miyamoto definitely kind of owned Bill Nelson on the 1v1. I think both teams really brought a bunch to the table. But the plays, honestly, Thousand Year Door remake. Are they going to do a remake of the Apollo landing anytime soon? We're going to get an HD remaster of that sometime? I don't think so.
They're just gonna like uncover footage, but it's in like color instead of black and white, and the audio is like really crisp and clear. And we're gonna be like, "What the fuck? How did you do this?" And they just wink.
Yeah. We got... I don't know, Nintendo didn't really leverage machine learning or AI.
They didn't talk about AI.
They didn't, and I mean...
They didn't talk about Unity either, though.
NASA didn't talk about Unity either. I feel like in these times that silence is kind of important. Like, it says a lot. We really got to put NASA to task for not having a comment on the Unity thing. Other than that, yeah. Probably Nintendo had the crazier journalists when you think about it.
Yeah.
We don't really see them, but we know they're there. So yeah. I
think this was fun. We should do more, like, I've never done these streams before myself, even though I've been streaming for much longer than you have, but I like these, like, event streams, even though the NASA one is kind of out of left field. Mostly people just do, like, Nintendo Directs or Game Awards, but...
Honestly, I feel like the double feature's the secret sauce, right?
Yeah, we just gotta get more coincidences, like Game Awards on the same day as, like, what else could be, like, similar to this? That's not
Congressional hearings? I don't know about that.
No, that might be too much. It needs to be something that's like vaguely political, but not front and center. Like something interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe NASA will be ready for us again.
Yeah. Maybe we will have like an actual alien shadow drop, as is the other one.
Yeah.
We found one. We brought him in.
We found the alien. Why not? But yeah, thank you all so much for joining. Do we still have viewers? Do you know?
Not really, but you do have like a VOD audience, so people can like
the
watch the VOD.
audience. Shout outs to the audience then.
Shout outs.
And thank you so much for at least joining with the Nintendo thing.
Yeah.
We will see you around soon. I don't know what I'm streaming next. Nobody does. We're just flying by the seat of our pants here. Have a good one.
See us when you see us.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.